those are the games.
I might try and go. You're on goal. Yeah. I might go on Sunday. To Para.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to get tickets?
Some box tickets.
I wish that was on. Is that we go? Are we rolling?
We are going.
Yes, we're rolling. So that's the bro. Let's go reverse then. That's the bro, Lukey Stowe. And by the way, do you want me to get you tickets for Para on the weekend?
I'd love that.
Okay, all right, I'll see if I can sort that out.
Yeah.
I had a
Field
rookie-
Club.
By
Field
the way,
Club, thank
Triple OG, Justin Horo, Levels Network.
What's going on?
I did another little catch up with Parramatta Eels. I did the rookies yesterday. Joash Papali, Jordan Semrani.
Yeah, good guys, man.
Good, they love you.
Love them.
Yeah, they love you. They said, I said, we did I tested them, right?
Yeah.
And your one was always going to be easy.
Yeah.
So you would have seen it. You know, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's the wide receiver for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
He interviewed all the rookies straight after the draft and did a footy IQ, NFL IQ test. So he had pictures of all ex-players. So I had a player from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and then current. And then I used you as one of the examples. And they're always going to get you anyway. But I did that with the boys yesterday, so that was fun.
Yeah,
so
they're good boy. I'm so happy for those two.
Yeah.
Especially because they come through that, I think, 2023, 24. And they were young, aspiring young players, especially Joash, and he probably saw the pathway over at Parramatta. No one knew what position he was. As I said, like when he was coming through, I said, is he 5'8"? Is he fullback? Is he like...
Hooker, you said.
Can he play hooker? Like he played hooker for in an SG ball, and he carves up. So I'm glad that he's successful over there. The same as Anthony Semrani. He's a fucking legend.
Anthony Semrani.
No, I played with Anthony Semrani.
I thought that was maybe a nickname.
Jordan Semrani. Anthony Semrani, yeah.
I sat down with Geordie at the start of the year
Good,
and we talked about he had, I think, maybe 2 ACL injuries in
2 years, like
from
Cronulla, and then had
Bulldogs.
one at the Dogs, and now he's finally seen some field time, right? And that's all he needed. He's a big lad. I still don't know. I said, I think you're going to go into the back row.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I asked him about that.
Yeah, I said, stay out as long as you can. I said, but as long as your speed's okay, you'll be okay. I said, but you're gradually going to be like, he's a big lad. Like he's about 6'3".
Well, this is what I said. Like it's not ideal for him, but players in this day and age, if you're versatile, you can get yourself a bench spot pretty much every week. You can be a part of the 17 every week if you can cover both the backs and the back row. So very important. As always, Papa Macros have joining us for the rest of the season. Mace, we are blown away by the numbers. So with the codes, we've been able to monitor who has been ripping and tearing with us. And it's been awesome. So if you haven't signed up to Papa Macros yet, you can get $30 off your first box with the code LEVELS30. Those are all capitals with 30 at the end. And then once you order your first box, you're going to love it. You're going to be back and you can get 10% off for all future orders with the code LEVELS10. Lukey's loving it. Mace is loving it. It's order day too, by the way.
Yeah,
today.
I think I had like 2 the lamb ragoos last night.
Yeah. I had the lamb ragu last night as well, actually.
And a chicken one.
Yeah.
And still fuck all calories.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
It's the best time of the year, boys. We've got the last round. This is the round 27 preview. So we've got NRL finals around the corner. Tomorrow we have the NFL starting. We know how much.
This is a good part of the year.
And spring racing.
Is this the best part of the year?
It's my favourite.
Is it your favourite part of the year?
It's my spring racing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It just goes from the finals.
Yeah.
Exactly what you just said. I love this time of the year. I was up training at EELS this morning and the fucking sunrise this morning.
Weather.
Not massive in the big. I'm not like Braith and Rennie who loves that fucking sunset.
Furious on a sunrise.
Furious on sunlight. Just ridiculous. Anyway, I was training at EELS with the great Changalanglans.
Yeah.
And I was just mesmerised by the purple and the red. And I was like, fuck, it only lasts for like, just say, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes and boom, daylight.
So good.
Fuck,
So
it was good, yeah.
It's a great
Started
time
the day
of
off very good.
Spring.
Tell you who else is loving it? Our good friends at TUEW. They just announced that they are the partners of the NFL again this year. You see that?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Big news.
Gotta get to a Super Bowl,
Well, you know what?
don't we?
I'm going to throw out a little bit of jam for tomorrow, right? Gamble responsibly. What are you really gambling with? All the rest. I reckon I like the Eagles this year. So Eagles are kicking
Back
off.
to back?
I want my Packers to win. So I think we can compete now with Micah Parsons, which we didn't talk about last time. Just with tomorrow, and we'll see how this week goes, right?
Yep.
And I might give you a little bit of something that I like for a Friday, go on the tab. Have a look in and around. I think the Cowboys are going to be chasing points. I think Philly, the reigning Super Bowl champions, will take care of them easily.
Easy.
Look out for Ferguson, the tight end. I think look at his receptions, however way you want to play it, maybe overs and unders. Look for Ferguson, the tight end, to have receptions, yards, maybe some jam. Because everyone's going to be focused on CD Lamb, right? And everyone's assuming that George Pickens is going to have some joy. So 2 really good threats. I think with those 2 going deep, going across, maybe a little Ferguson dinking and dunking in behind. So have a look at that tomorrow. I can't wait for it to start. Also, got some huge. I've got a huge announcement with Tab as well, and the NRL finals, Mace. We are going to be doing a watch along stream with the Grub for the first week of finals next week. So it is 2nd versus 3rd. It'll most likely. I can't see the world in which it changes in any way.
Bulldogs, Melbourne.
Storm versus Bulldogs. Storm versus
On our channel as well.
On our channel. So
shit. I was going to go down to that game. Not now.
Yeah, you don't have to, mate.
No, I don't want to now. No, I don't want to.
So yeah, looking forward to that. We've been on streams before. We've never done our own levels one.
It's gonna be cool.
So very excited to be doing that, and I love doing stuff with Grub. So this is I've said to our audience before, we're definitely going to get more Grub involved in some way next year.
Yeah.
I think these are some of the ways that we want to get Grub, because our audience loves Grubby as well.
The great Gus Gould is with the tab now. Officially.
Ooh, might be a bit harder on game day for Gus.
Yeah, I know, but like just imagine streaming a game with Gus, watching a game with Gus, seeing what he sees. Like you'll see it with me. I'm more forward biased. You'll see Grub. He'll be honest with the halves and everything.
Yep.
Back rowers, we're all looking at that, and I want to know what fucking Gus is looking at.
As much as I'd love that, Mace, maybe Channel 9 might have something to say about being on a stream rather than...
Who knows? Who knows?
But if you can pull it off, if there's anyone that can pull it off, it's maybe you.
Hey,
it's maybe you.
Surely he can talk to Channel 9. We're doing stream. He's Tab's fucking...
Yeah, he did.
He's the face of Tab. I saw
live
it.
6 tackles pod. That looked very good.
Yeah. Surely...
But it's also going to be a very interactive stream as well. So a few of the things you might be able to choose what we ate at halftime. I've been talking to Tab about a few of the... So you can vote as we're going along about what we're doing and stuff. So.
And interactions, you'll be able to interact with us. We'll start the show half an hour early as well. So... although I give my tips out and, at the end of the show, we might, throw out a few omens, I'm going to deep dive into this contest and then we know the proper lineup. So sometimes when I'm trying to predict what's going to happen now this morning, the lineups change. Half an hour before the show, I'll have all the information. I'll have the lineups. We might even be able to, if we're watching beforehand, we can see the teams lining up, who's in what positions, figuring out, every now and again, say for the Bulldogs, right? We'll get to them in a little bit with our man TUEW playing on the wing. Which side is he going to be on? Ciro's changed that every now and again. So important. Half an hour before the game, we'll have information that I'll be able to see, and then I'll be able to give my best bets.
Plus, you've got half hour before you're going, you've got your team set, right? There's no more games because it's an hour before. You have to TUEW could be a smokescreen for Jethro. Right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we know if we see Jethro in that fucking warm-up when he's hitting pads and shit, he's playing and they're going to name that side. So there's we'll do some of our best work there.
Yep.
I reckon the half hour before the game, just sort of really getting into that sort of mode. We can explain a lot what's going on before the games, especially myself, because I know how Ciro is and I do those things before games.
To have you and Grub for a Bulldogs stream before the game, talking about breaking it down.
Down in Melbourne too.
And when it comes to teams that I focus on more on week in, week out, because of the relationship with money. I watch the Storm so closely. So we'll be able to provide some really good information before the game. So come and join us half an hour before. We'll be letting you know again on Monday. We'll let you know again.
I said it on Monday. We don't give a fuck about Melbourne in Melbourne. That's the Bulldogs ethos ever since I've been in that club, and I think we always give Melbourne a good crack wherever we play them. But I think some teams are mentally fucked before they even get to Melbourne.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where we're like, bring Melbourne on in Melbourne. It's just where we want to be. That's where we want to win.
Love it.
Fucking hurts more if you're Storm.
If you lose, yeah. So the pressure's on them.
Pressure's on the Storm. Everyone's going, Melbourne's unbeatable. You know, that's the whole narrative.
Yep.
Fucking get into a siege mentality, get down there, take care of it. Otherwise, you know, you see the narrative they're trying to build right now about our Bulldogs. Our Bulldogs, right? Our Bulldogs. Where it's where it's my Bulldogs, where they're like, they could go straight sets.
Yeah.
Like, you know, with the Galvin thing, and it's like they want that narrative. They want the straight sets to everyone. So they go, fuck, boom, boom, have a crack at Gus, have a go at the system, have a go at Galvin. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, it's a very high-pressured game, that one down there. Because we could go, boom, Melbourne, that could go down to the wire. We could potentially lose. It's a fucking 50-50 down there. And then that next game could be Penrith. That's what we're shitting ourselves at. Like, I am. That team... I don't know what they think. I don't, you know, they're
as a fan of the Bulldogs.
As a fan, I'm just like, that could happen.
Yeah.
And I'm a realist, you know that. You know, we have real conversations here. This is not fucking bullshit. I'm sitting there going, fuck, that could happen. And we're all sitting there going, fuck.
As a realist.
Just win down in Melbourne.
As a realist, that can happen to every team in the finals right now. Every team is capable.
Could happen to
Melbourne, Canberra, Broncos, Cronulla, whoever ends up finishing in the top 4. Every team, because of the threats of the bottom 8 this year, every team is capable. Any team is capable of going back to back and losing for sure. I'm so excited for this final series. This is like, there's a part of me that has loved the last 2 or 3 years where the 2 premier teams have played in the grand final. So we've seen the best of the best. We've seen Melbourne against Penrith, and they were the 2 best teams. We've seen the Broncos and Penrith, and they were the 2 best teams by far that year. And maybe with the year before with Parra
fluked it in, I think.
I wouldn't say fluke.
I'm joking. Just looking at Lukey.
I think it was either Parra, Melbourne, or Rabbitohs. They were all really solid contenders, but Penrith were clearly the best team, and they showed it. And that's the way they played.
Way evenly weighted now.
Yeah, way even. And before we get to money, we'll get to money.
What do you attribute that down to? Do you think that's because everyone's either understood Penrith's game plan and been able to learn from it, or salary cap?
Salary cap evens everything out. You can have a dominant team for 3 or 4 years, and then you'll be done.
But that's if you can build it, the level of dominance.
If you can build it, and Penrith, we keep saying the run that they've had is never going to happen again. With the players all healthy at one time, no injuries, everyone playing at such a high level for 5 years. I don't think it's ever going to be done again. Like, you can build a roster. Everyone's trying to build rosters through the pathways like they did out at Penrith to try and copy and copy the blueprint that's out there. Then you got to have the players. You got to somehow build a nursery, you know what I mean? And have your Liam Martins come from nowhere, your Isaiah Yoes. Everyone knew Cleary was the prodigal son, right? He was coming through. Brian Toto, you know, Critter. We weren't thinking they were going to be superstars of the game. Do you know what I mean? Like Mitch Kenny, not thinking you're going to get Appy, Kickow, Sorensen. These guys are like fucking guns. Like, they're not, you can't sleep on any of them. Like, then you got Tungo, then you got all these, Dylan Edwards, sorry. How can you unearth a Dylan Edwards or Yowie and Liam Martin? They're the 3 guys that you're like, where the fuck did they come from? No one was looking at those guys, just say, 10 years ago and going, they're going to be future captain, golden boot, right side back row, fucking going to take Teddy's spot. Do you know what I mean? No one sees that.
Well, and that's the peak.
Exactly. But
like, how peak can you get? Because, you know, as a Parramatta fan, you say we had like Will Penasini, we had young Dylan Brown, we had like Reid Marnie, we had... who's a Papali in the back.
Sliding doors, though.
You were unfortunate enough to run into...
It just didn't get as high.
You were unfortunate to run into one of the best sides ever assembled in 2022. We went through it on Monday. That was it. If you had played like a Melbourne Storm or someone like that, or a South, fucking 50-50. You're never in that game. Me as a fan is going, whoever fucking Penrith play is getting towed up. That's how dominant they were. Yeah. The one that was pretty... The Brisbane one. But that's the closest someone's been to beating them.
Going back to your question, let's not sugarcoat it. The reason the competition is close is because everyone's poached Penrith's players.
Yes.
What about the coaching? Is the coaching
listen. Let that sink in for a little bit. Yeah. Mace just talked about Melbourne before, about the dominance that they had, and they were lucky enough. Well, not lucky enough. They did a really good job of unearthing and developing their big 3 with stars and maybe GI was a big name before he got there, and Izzy Folau were big names. No. But I'm talking about like that core. They built such a strong base down there, and they've been so successful for so long that they had already, like mentally, they'd beaten a lot of teams before they'd even arrived. Penrith have been that team now for 5 years, but during that period, they've just been plucked. And they've been plucked so much that the salary cap is clearly working, but it's evened out the competition. If Penrith, if there was no salary cap, Penrith are dominating for 10 years. Yeah. Easy. So
throw all the players back in there right now.
So there's a part of it that, you look at Penrith and you go, fuck, is that fair? Because they developed all these players, and then like Mace is saying, they weren't household names. They weren't, apart from Nathan, really big players in the job.
Fish, Leota.
Big names. Like they developed them. So there's but it's good for the competition.
Yeah, for sure.
It sucks for Penrith, but it's good for the competition.
It'll never be replicated again. You can try and copy the blueprint, but as I said, the players that come through that system within 5 years is something like that you'll never see again. Because as I said, like I forgot about Fish and Leota, like Liam Martin. Like they got kick out. Gus got kick out when he come from North Queensland. Sat him out a year so he can go into the Penrith system. Got his family over and everything. It's a fucking great story. Yowie, and the whole backline like Critter, Toto, like Dylan Edwards. It's like, dude,
Berto. You didn't say Berto before. Matty Burton.
Fucking Matty Burton. Sorry.
Yeah.
Matty Burton because
he left so early.
He come in and out straight away. We got him straight away.
Yeah.
And then it's unbelievable. The retention and the recruitment is something that every team should look at. And that's what they are doing. Like even the Roosters are even big on getting players at a certain age, right? After school, and the best schoolboys, they're always good at getting those guys, the Roosters, because of this. And it's because of the great system. It's a good recruiting system down in Bondi. It could be good, could be bad, right? And everyone's got that now. Tigers, have a look at that centre of excellence. Go out to Penrith. The Dogs are building one. It's going to be one of the best ones of all time. I've seen it, right? And that's going to be that's another recruitment thing. You got to take them down to Belmore and show them this thing. Because if I'm a father, if I take them to Penrith or Parramatta, they've got their own thing. Everyone's got a big centre of excellence. It's like, fuck, look at all these.
Paris is unbelievable.
It looks amazing,
I thought I was in a Hard Knocks episode.
Yeah, so it looks amazing. You're spending 50 mil plus on these centre of excellence. It's a recruitment tool. And then you go, this is why we're the last ones to do it, right? And then you come to Belmore.
Para were telling me, I think maybe some Bulldogs reps come through and had a look at Paris to try to replicate, and they've gone, but they went and looked at everyone's trying to put together.
Well, no, this is what we've done.
What all the best teams do, and turn it into a mecca.
And this is what we've done. So the Belmore, you have a look at Belmore the Hill. It's 80 meters long, 80 meters, and it's all from the back. So I watched. So Aaron Wardman showed me on the computer from I think it's to start in February this year, next year. Every single AI is just fucking ridiculous. Every single month, bit by bit, all the way to 18 months to the build, from all the inside out. I went, oh my fucking goodness. You know what I mean? And then you show that potentially to just like your 17-year-old kid now. Recruitment, very important. The best young schoolboys, you come down there, this is what your kid's going to be involved in. The future of the club. That's how we're going to promote that. That's how other teams do it. Brisbane, you go to Brisbane, you have a look at that joint.
Yeah.
Brisbane's fucking off its head. Gone are the days when I got recruited, come down there, I didn't give a fuck what it was. Where do I get to play first grade? Where is just NRL? I want the NRL. Where's the pathway? I want in. I don't give a fuck what fucking jersey. All the ice baths and all that sort of shit. It wasn't a part of it. Now it is. You want a fucking recovery joint? You want everything in that one building.
I reckon for years, the Broncos were... Like anyone who got the opportunity to go and tour the Broncos facilities, it was them for years. There was
Red Hill.
It was distant second. And now I reckon other teams have, like looking at Parramatta has surpassed them. Not to say that Broncos won't upgrade and go again, but for so long they were, mate, that as a bargaining tool for some kid walking through would have been
blow
awesome.
You away.
Well, that's why, they had those really successful, really good teams.
Because it's still at Red Hill now, right? Yep. And like when I was younger, when I went to see Brisbane, I was like, oh shit. This is mad. Like I'm a kid from Toronto West in a housing commission. This is where most of these young kids are from very, very lower socioeconomic sort of backgrounds, Polynesian backgrounds. You want your boy to be looked after, right? Like your actual son who's a 16, 17-year-old. Who's in charge of the pathways, right? Who's the head coach? Where is this? That's why a lot of teams have ex-players like myself, like Mark O'Mealy's, like Josh Jackson's, because people want to see their kid. Who the fuck can look after this kid? You don't want a person that you don't know or you don't trust. Like he might be a great coach, school teacher. He ain't going to listen to him. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you got to put strong personalities in clubs. That's how you build clubs right now, because that's what they're doing all over the place. They're putting strong characters in the pathways, because that's probably the most important part is you're 17 to 21 to build this young kid into a fucking NRL player. And that's like trying with a lot.
Trying to get to the Penrith Panthers and their reign might not be realistic, but when you're looking at the squads right now, who's got the opportunity to go deep and be consistent in the finals for the next 3 or 4 years?
Raiders.
I look at Raiders. I look at that young five. I look at us like we're going to be in the finals. You know what I mean? Like depending on how Galvin settles in as a preseason.
Pick one.
Canberra, mate.
Yeah, it's Canberra.
But I just look at Canberra if they can recruit because of the benches and that. And I look at that Mariota just taking that step, take Big Papa's spot.
Papa one more year too.
Yeah.
Owen Paddy, the closer.
We forgot about him on Monday. We were talking about players coming through. We didn't give him a proper mention.
We gave him massive fucking raps all year.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
I know. But we're talking about who could play this.
The double Paddy.
The double Paddy. Paddy.
Did you see they're talking about the receding hairline?
Is it the extra Paddy?
The video?
Owen Paddy's got a receding, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's all right. It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing.
He's a good 9 for the Turkey tour.
I need some
confirmation on that. He's a young kid.
Did you watch the Raiders video? Also, I forgot to add it to the notes. I need to show you guys something.
Yeah,
get your proper reaction.
What? That's not turkey.
No, they called it in the video when he got announced in the.
It's a bit of Cherry. It's a bit of Cherry Evans, right? So it's
he got named.
He's only young. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
he's done.
No, he's not a halfback. Ches. No, we had
Sam Walker.
Sam Walker and Strange. They're the fucking
they're first class.
Yeah, and they're too young too.
They're
like
first class. I think you got it.
Ches 37.
Ches got every excuse.
Owen Paddy's
been
better.
through some shit.
Nah.
He's stressed.
Owen, on behalf of Blukey,
he's got the fringe happening.
Oh, he?
Watch the video of the Canberra Raiders boys when he gets announced in the team.
They would know. If they're calling him out for cat's hair, you know as a coach.
They're also just trying to keep the rookie in check as well. Owen, you've got potential. You're not quite there
Clint
yet.
Newton's captain.
Clint
Newton's been hanging on since 05.
No, Newday's general manager. Remember?
GM? Yeah,
GM.
Okay. Wayne Bennett's captain.
Greg
coach.
Muniz. GM. What do you got for us, Lukey?
I'm trying to find my phone because it's on my phone.
Okay. Where's your phone?
Where are you? It's on the thing out there. I saw you. Yeah.
Greg Muniz.
Oh, the Greg Muniz. Shout out to Greg.
Shout out to the best rig
One of the greats
that ever played for the Catalan Drakes.
I was supposed to bring a Bose speaker in, but I forgot.
All right, what do you got for us? What do you got for us?
We got this, right? I want to get your actual reaction on this.
I love these. These are always good. Lukey very rarely misses with these for us.
No, but this is up to you guys to find out if it's a miss.
If it's a miss, okay. Better not be like that. Set me up with Lockie.
That was mad walking out like that. Look at Cam Smith. Damn. It's Big Dub. Gaz. Razza. Nath Kalis.
Marlon was a dog.
Ojo. Millie. Isaac Luke. Sam Perrott. Carl Webb. Shout out to Carl Webb. Hoops. Gids. Petro. Larry. JT. Izzy. Ojo. Coffee. Yal. Birdie. Bill Croc. G.I. That was a fucking piece of it. That's it.
Just I got a random DM. So these guys, they look like they've got like 1,000 on Instagram and a couple of DJs. And it's on SoundCloud.
And who do I say is a dog?
It's the video where it's the Anzac Centenary test that they've used.
I think it.
Oh yeah, it was us the 2008 Kiwi team.
Sam Perritt's the dog, eh?
Dope.
Keep it playing. They've gone through the effort for this. It's a vibe too, that beat.
He's going. I was just like, is that my
the Mad Monday track.
This should be I'm going to play this at the golf day.
No, well, I'm convinced.
Wait, stop talking so we can let's do it.
I'll go back to the.
Ojo, Bill, Birdie, Bill Croc, G.I. That was a fucking piece of it.
Oh, I missed it again.
Yeah, no, it's
I have to watch the clip.
Okay.
Isaac, I think Sam Perrott or Isaac Luke. You said one of those blokes.
Something like that, yeah.
So I think Sammy Perrott when I said
Or did
Sammy
you say
P.
Hoppy was a dog? Or Sammy was a dog?
No, Sedamata Sar?
Maybe
Sedamata Sar.
Anyway, I also think there's like way better audio grabs. So DJs, mixers out there, Throw us in your tracks. If you want to
that's
hear
sick.
it, send it through.
Don't do that.
That's mad as well.
They've gone and that's unique. That's
good.
cool.
I do like it.
They're OGs.
Yes,
That's
that's the OG for sure. No disrespect.
I just want to hear more tracks from the boys. They've gone through. That's awesome. That was a good build up. All right, one of my favorites. Let's get to another one of my favorites. Uzo Unknown.
He's good.
Uzos. Nivel 1. Uno. It would be uno if it's Spanish, right? Uno. Desde el dia 1. It's been a minute. Long story short, I found my YouTube password. 2-step authentication thingy screwed me just like it did the WAS. He's got bangers all the way through. Don't mind my Spanish, because you know all of us were 1% Spanish immediately after watching Blood In, Blood Out. Hey, vato. Talking about the Anthony Chocky Watmo necklace of the Poly Uzos and Tokos, originated from Samoa. Traditional Samoan garland, which is called an ula. The Chocky Watmo necklace is called an ula lole. Ula lole, potentially. Ula for the necklace and lole is lollies. Originally, back in the 90s, I grew up watching my mum and aunties all sitting around the table in a production line creating these, wrapped in cellophane or cling wrap. Over the years, us polys went a bit silly and overboard and went as far as doing Ula burgers. No cap, Uzos. There's pics of crazy cheeseburgers and double quarter pounder styled Ulas that took the internet by storm. We need to find those.
Fuck off.
These are for special occasions like graduations and birthdays, etc. Love the potty boys. Keep it up. Up the fins, baby.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Uzo Unknown. All right. Remember at the start of the year, I said I'm going to reward someone if you're in Australia. Hopefully you're in Sydney, even better. We don't have to pay for flights, but I will pay for flights. You're our winner. You're my winner. He's been awesome all year.
All year.
He's had really good positive energy. So I don't know if you like playing golf, Uzo.
I don't.
There you go. You can hang with Mace anyway. I'll put you in a group with Mace. And Rennie. Rennie's going to be there as well. If you like golf and if you want to be a part of it, reach out to the team. Either DM us at the
Levels Network or partner at levelsnetwork.com.
Yeah, reach out also. You're my winner. So I said I was going to pick it at the end of the year for the golf day. You've been awesome all year. So there you go. There's the reward.
Also, there was a couple of good comments on the lay on Spotify as well.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. You know what I want to see? A photo of a fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah, find us that.
Someone show me
him
a burger in that and I'll be dumbfounded. That's good.
Here we go. Grouse.
It's fucking serious. You said someone over the years we went a bit silly and overboard and went as far as doing Ula burgers. Come on. Stick to the Twix. Oh, that's good, man.
Like
he's good laugh.
He's good laugh.
The fucking blood in, blood out. 1% Spanish.
Yeah, that's the best.
Oh,
and so like if you know, like we all
the Anthony Chocky Watmouth.
So good.
I love his humour, mate.
He's got it. He's got our lingo.
I get it.
He reminds me so much of the poly boys that I grew up with. He's
I reckon when we meet him, it'd be exactly what I think he looks like.
Yeah.
I'll pick him. I'll be like, also unknown.
You know what I'm thinking he's going to look like, because he reminds me so much of one of my closest poly mates from my Manly days. Georgie DeFua. I'm picturing him looking like Georgie A. That's my visual. So
I love it.
I hope you can make it to the golf day, brother. We'll pay for it. You'll obviously get the spot. If you're out of Sydney, hopefully it's not New Zealand because it's going to be expensive. Hopefully you're in. If you're a Finns fan, I'm expecting Queensland.
Yeah,
I'm expecting.
You can't
Queensland.
be a new Finns fan, can you? If you're not from Queensland,
we'll get to them in a bit. But what else were we saying there?
Pretty golf day?
No, all good.
We're good with the golf day. We're ready to roll, eh?
We're ready to roll, baby. We're ready to roll.
I'm pumped for that day.
Yeah.
I really want that to be part of the whole, because as I said, we don't do grand final week good at all, right? We've got a couple of things that they fucked up. Even like with the Aussie reunion was really great, and on the grand final week, they put it on Monday last year.
Yeah,
Monday.
Yeah.
You think anyone wants to go to a fucking thing on a Monday? Even though it's a long weekend, I get it. No one's going.
I dropped you there, didn't I?
No, I didn't go.
Oh, didn't you?
Fuck no. I did the year before. I was there on the Saturday. They had it at the SCG. Volandis and everyone was there.
That's right.
Fucking sick.
That's right.
Everyone had a great time. Then we go to the RLPA thing after it. The retired players.
Yep.
And then ex-retired players are all there. And
That's
then we
right.
go to a pub, and then I think the AFL Grand Final was on. Awesome. And then you go to the game on the Sunday or whatever you want to fucking do. Don't go to the game, whatever. But you don't have a reunion, the Aussie reunion on Monday.
Yeah, that's not it.
Fucking no, not a chance I'm going ever.
That's not it.
You know what I mean? Even if we don't even fucking drink at the grand finals or anything anymore. Like, it's just like, I'm just not going.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend. I'm just going to stay home.
Yeah.
Get it right. Get it on Saturday. Everyone is like pumped for that whole weekend. Thursday, levels golf day. Friday, I don't give a fuck what you do. Saturday, Friday's probably a rest.
Saturday will be RLPA thing.
Saturday, RLPA, Aussie reunions, whatever you have to do.
Yeah, do it then.
Everyone's down here. And then Sunday game day, do what you have to do. Go home, rest up on Monday. You do not have an Aussie reunion on that. It's fucking stupidest scheduling I've ever seen.
I've had someone from the NRL who's prominent position, let's say a prominent position, inquiring about the golf day. Put it that way. Like they're paying attention. Like they know, they're aware of it.
So we come to the golf day rather than we'll get more ex-Aussie players playing on a golf day than go on the reunion on Monday. Mate, Freddie messaged me last year because he's with the NRL and goes, "Are you coming?" I said, "Yeah, I'm coming, 100%." Then I saw the dates and I went, "Fuck no, it's Monday." No, I'm doing anything. And that's the whole crew, like our whole crew of like the 2000s that would love to go to that. It was always a highlight.
Would it be fair to say that you do not want to wait like TJM, Mace?
Yes.
No wait times. We're not waiting to Monday. We're not waiting. When you're building your
right. I'm not
Forby
waiting.
from scratch for your next big trip, there are 3 words that get you as excited as Willie is for an Australian
On a Saturday.
Saturday. No, we're not waiting till Mondays.
Can't
There's
wait.
no wait times.
If you've got a Land Cruiser 300 series and crammed for time, getting all the gear ready for your next tour, guess what? The TJM rear bar, alongside with the extensive range of TJM protection and XGS suspension for the LC300, have 0 wait time and are on our shelves and ready for installation now.
That's right now. So find your nearest TJM store and lock in your in-store today to suit your LC300 or any Toyota Classic you may have. Visit tjm.com.au. Got a really good question, Mace, to kick us off. This one comes from Swervy. Hey, Toggos. Love the podcast. L1 from day 2 and sending a big offer from New Zealand. Offer. Is that how you pronounce it?
Love,
Yeah, love. I know it's offer.
Big offer.
I have a question for you. This season, across all the supporter bases that follow levels on social media outlets, and I think he's fishing for an answer here, being from New Zealand. Who has been? I think we're gonna put the A and C together, Mace. So the best fans, the ones that bring the most positive vibes. They're also humble and they keep it real and grounded. If we're looking at the supporter bases, and this would probably be across the board, right? This is not just. Who do you think's like Lukey? Me and you probably look at it a little bit more. Like, what supporter base do you think has been the most positive this year?
Oh, this year or forever?
This year.
Just this year? Okay.
Take my lens off.
I would say the Dolphins. Do you know why the Dolphins?
Yeah, but I also think that's like a small percentage of
because
fans.
because they've only got a smaller base, and it feels like
I feel like there's not a bad person in that crowd.
yeah.
Negative person.
But you know what? Like there are, and I reckon a lot of their fans that they're trying to grow there are kids, growing kids up, watching the Isaiah Katoas, the Hamiso Tabuai-Fidows of the world, right? Because they're a new base. Don't get me wrong. There would have been a huge member support base from the old Redcliffe Dolphins that have transferred over, but I think they're just gradually been improving every year. Like what I say, 13th to 10th to now 9th with the opportunity to go in the 8 if results go their way. I don't know if you've seen their post with Wayne. Have you seen the post with Wayne? I shared on my studio last Mace. So obviously Wayne is playing the Rabbitohs this weekend. Where is it?
Rabbitohs and Dolphins, you mean? What?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. It's a bit of a Star Wars one.
Look at his face.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Are you a Star Wars man?
Yeah. Look at his head.
That's so good. Like how creative they've got.
That's
now.
pretty cool.
All the different media teams with, like even our man,
Little memes.
Alfie.
No, not Alfie. The Parramatta Eels used our man who won up. So I'm forgetting. Having a blank. Jizza. Our man Jizza, who's everywhere. He's with the Rabbitohs, the owner of everything. Did you see Parramatta straight after the game put up a picture of Jizza with a Parramatta jersey we own the Warriors now.
Oh, shit.
we own now. We own
Mount Smart.
So good.
And that's
so
what
quick.
happens when you get younger kids in there. You got guys in their 20s and 30s. They're very media savvy. They know what's cool. They know what clicks, just like our man Lukey.
Well, just a photo of a play with a full-time score doesn't do anything. Jacko at the Warriors has been doing that pretty well for like 2 years now. They sort of use meme culture and player. Rabbitohs do it really well with the meme culture. Jizza obviously went in there.
Have the right people in there, man.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't have a 60-year-old or
Shout
a
out to
50-year-old running
Michael,
your
the
socials.
South media guy, Michael Pansalone, the guy I fought from Cast Patrol.
Oh, yeah, I
dust it
see
up.
him at games all the time. I
Mate
see him
said
at
it, not
games
me.
all the time. I'd say the other two with positive energy, just because there seems to be light at the end of the tunnel, and they were playing in the Wooden Spoon game last year. The Eels and Tigers. Looking at the fan bases, and we've been watching it, right, Lukey, for the last 3 years. It's been fucking hate, get rid of him, all this. You can see for both teams there is the fan base with hope. Like
we sort of believe the vision. You can say you can understand, even though it might not be going away every week. That I think it just comes
same
to,
as the Tigers.
The players are having a crack. You look out there and they're just having a crack.
It's all team support. That's all your supporters want. Like, just say with ours is like, go back 3 years ago, bottom four for just say like 7 years. Like they just want to. If you were having a crack, say Newcastle for difference. Just say they're getting pumped every single week. Remember that year that they lost like plus 10 games in a row. I think like 15.
I think they won 3 games all year.
Their crowd got bigger.
Yeah.
Because they just got behind the team until they won a game. That's fucking so rare. Usually diminishes, but they got, I think it was like 2006 or 7, they just went on a massive losing streak and the crowd got bigger. I'm like, that is impossible. So even ours, like, no, our fans are very fickle.
Yeah.
You don't win, they don't turn up.
So let's get to what's B and C. The worst, maybe stirring up too much drama and maybe overreacting from your takes. I'm going to put 3 teams. The obvious one is the Warriors, right? And we called out the Warriors before, and I guess that's what he's fishing for. Warriors, they, for better or worse, they ride the wave. There's, even though I'll put them in that category and they can get really emotional, I think it's another part of why NRL how do I explain this? The game is flourishing right now, and it's flourishing because of care, and it's flourishing because of passion. And although it can go both ways with Warriors fans sometimes, like what they're doing in New Zealand and the love for the game and the love for the Wars and the love-hate for the Wars is a reason why the Warriors and rugby union in rugby league are starting to like actually clash, where it was like rugby union for so long.
Perfect
All Blacks
example
jersey, then everything clear
else.
second.
Distant second.
This weekend with the Warriors and the All Blacks being on the same weekend for week 1 of finals. They got to figure that out.
Oh, shit.
All Blacks play Saturday in New Zealand.
Yeah, okay.
So
can't
they
have that on
juggle
both
that
days.
around the NRL schedule.
So Eden Park and Mount Smart, whatever.
Go media.
You know.
They don't.
They're fucking right near each other.
They don't want to be playing at the same time.
So
it'd be stupid for sports fans.
Yeah.
Really. You just want everyone to enjoy
So
it.
Sticky was blowing up around this as well because they're playing on Sunday against the Finns. He wants a full week's preparation, so he wants to go on Sunday. That most likely would have been 6 versus 7, most likely. So 2 and 3 is definitely Friday. 1 and 4 will be Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. I reckon, and then
Is there a Super Saturday where it's a double?
yeah, it's a double, and 5 and 8 will most likely be 5:30 or 5 o'clock.
So you think they play the Warriors game on the Sunday and they move?
Depends where the Warriors finish.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
If the Warriors if the ladder stays the way it is, we could have the Warriors versus Panthers.
Do you reckon it's the Canadian that makes these decisions?
No, this one is set. This one is set like it's
Remember the Canadian AI we'll talk
Canadian
about start of the
Boffins.
year?
Yeah, Canadian Boffins. No, this one is set like I believe it's 2 and 3. I wonder. And this would be a Volandi's like flex. I wonder if he goes, fuck it, let's take on the All Blacks on a Saturday if they finish 5 and 8, and potentially that's the 5:30 game on a Saturday.
I wouldn't
I
be
think the
surprised.
beef's with the Australian rugby union, not the Kiwi rugby union.
No, not beef. Not as in it wouldn't be beef. It's just like
Who's New Zealand playing? Sorry, who's the All Blacks playing?
I think New Zealand play. I'll look it up.
Argentina, the Pumas.
Just thinking with the crowds and everything. Like I love our Bulldogs fans, right? Back then, but like just say 5 years ago,
South Africa.
Shit.
Oof, that'd be big. Without just say 5, 6 years ago,
That sucks that I don't know that they're playing South Africa.
it's just fucking is what it is. You don't get it on your feed because you don't really.
Again, going back to the positives. This is like NRL.
Yeah, it's just all over your fucking face.
I love all sports. Like I see so much more, and of course,
I'm with you, mate. I should know that as well because I love the All Blacks and I love you. I love Union, and I don't. It's just not. If you're not watching mainstream shit, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you're not with Stan, you don't know what's going on.
Well, it's not even that. It's like you rarely even turn on normal television anymore.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. Like, well, I don't. You don't follow anything like. I don't know. It's just never really
even our form, like new forms of media with social media and podcasting. That like outside of the boys that do really well.
If Matt Giddo and that didn't do that podcast, I don't know who's doing anything for you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pig Athletic, but that's very niche rugby.
Yeah. They're more Hello Sports type.
Yeah.
But really popular, obviously.
But only in rugby. There's not really like a.
Yeah.
Go follow them if you're a leaguey.
Yeah, they're funny dudes. I met a couple of them at the Aqua.
Caxton.
I might not have been there. Aqua Touch thing that we did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I met the boys there.
Yeah, back to the fans. I was just saying with ours, like just say 8 years ago, you play South on a Monday and there's 20,000 maybe.
Yeah,
less. That's probably most South fans because they were killing it back then. 65,000 this year. You know what I mean? And then some Bulldog supporters might, we're solid with it. No, it's proven. Like we're the best supporters when the fucking team is killing it.
Front runners?
We're front runners. We're the best.
Everyone's
a front runner. But I said back to my Newcastle point.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. Back to the Newcastle point. They fucking lost games and the crowds got bigger because Newcastle just loved that. It's a different sort of love. Where like Canterbury, Bulldogs been around since 1935. They expect you to win.
What about any other club? Because you're right. With Knights, you're right. Is there anyone? I don't think there's anyone else.
No one's fucking like Newcastle fans. Shout out to Newcastle fans. Like they've been through a lot of shit, but when times get tough, they go behind that rugby league team. I think nothing else.
It's like they've taken the cue out of the rack for actually what's happening on the field. They'll still bleed and love the club to death. Yep. Whereas a lot of other fans is like, fuck this.
I'll support them when they're going good.
Board, fuck
you know what it is?
I'll support when they're killing it.
Yeah, it's the emotional attachment to the town of Newcastle.
Yes,
continually.
That's what it is.
It's the identity. It's an identity.
Canterbury, like we have supporters everywhere.
Yeah.
All around Australia because of the 80s, right? So you got these guys that are in their 60s and 70s who supported the 80s thing. They were in 4 or 5 grand finals, 90s successful in 2 grand finals, 2000 successful, 2010s. So then they just went because they didn't make the finals for 7 or 8 years. You can't do that with a team. Not win a premiership for 20 years, going on 21 years now if we don't get it this year. Not for that club. They expect premiership every 5 to 10 years. And they haven't been delivering that. So they fucking get off the team now. They see hope. And I told the guys during like 22, 23, I said, this supporter base, once you click in and they tap into what you're about and they got a team to support, you'll never see anything like it. I don't think any team supports harder than us. More passionate than us, more crazy. Like fucking Para's up there, but we'll go there and we'll try and fucking out crazy you blokes. Do you know what I mean? Like even Penrith got nothing on us. Like South is sort of like that, but the Dogs are, when the drums are beating and shit like that, and when it's fucking packed out at like Accor or Allianz, there's nothing like that. They'll go to another level. We've stopped games when they fucking threw flares and started fights and shit. In the 2000s.
Best example for the Bulldogs, which I think you'll play at ANZ and then you'll go back to Belmore and the after parties kicking on the streets there. Parramatta, like if we play somewhere else, no one's going back to Church Street.
We're blocking streets off. Exactly. We're blocking streets off, playing drums and shit like that for a normal win in round 14. Picture that when you're in a grand final or a semi-final or something like that. If we fucking beat Melbourne in the first one, they'll block Belmore off.
There's one more team before we move off it. Broncos.
I was going to say Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
That's just consistent.
Yeah.
50,000 members.
Yeah, 50,000 constantly get 25 plus to Suncorp. And the geographically, Suncorp works really well for just turning up to watching footy and then going and having a beer after. So that's another factor.
I think just say if you swapped, like just say if you had something in home, we always talk about it, right? Just something in Homebush, like Allianz has Paddington and Oxford Street, you walk down there, fucking great game there. If they put an Origin game at Allianz, which they never will because of this, but it'd be so good. Imagine that.
I've got another smoky for a team that's been complaining recently a lot.
I know who you're going to say. Dragons.
Oh, no, Dragons.
Cronulla.
No, Cronulla. I think
they're quite Cronulla. They just hate you.
Yeah, no.
Just you.
No one else. They hated my takes last year because they had belief. I think the majority of Sharks fans don't even believe in this team. So they've gone quieter with me. But if they do go bang,
they win this first semi, you're done.
I'm getting hammered. Yeah, for sure. And I'll take it. Yeah. This is because we have new fans this year specifically.
New fans?
They have really they're a little bit different as well. They're really detailed, but fans haven't been liking from the Storm how I've been critical of the Storm recently.
Okay.
Go and look at some of the comments. You would read them, wouldn't you, Lukey? We'd go in there, and it's because we have money on the pod. So there's like a lot of...
Would you go harder in the paint if money wasn't on the pod?
No.
Or if you didn't know money? That's what I'm saying. I think you say what you fucking feel.
But my point is that they're not actually Levels fans. They're fans of the Storm. Okay. And they see that money's on an episode, and then they might watch for a little bit. And then when I'm critical, and I've said all year that the Storm, even though they're... If I was to rank them in teams that I think can win the comp, I just think they've got holes in them still. And I've been... It's been constructive criticism. They can I don't think they're the mecca because everyone was telling me all year that the Storm are the $2.50, $3 favourites, and that's what I've been pushing back about against all year. So I've found that a lot of Storm fans have come in and been very dismissive.
They're very casuals, but are they Melbourne people? Or they just Storm?
You can't say casuals now because they've been around for 25 years.
I don't care.
What I mean by
the AFL fans.
Yeah, the AFL fans that just go and put a fucking Storm singlet on.
Hate on Mace now, not me.
I know with what they're like down there in Melbourne. They're all AFL.
Mate, I reckon they've got an undercover, sneaky, strong fan base. But because they've been so successful and everyone's talked them up for so long, any little criticism, I'm starting to see some cracks from the fans, and they start going, you don't know what you're talking about. So-and-so, we've had the big three belly.
Well, guess what? We do know what we're talking about. Yeah. You don't.
Well, there you go. So, Waz fans, you're going all right. I like you, Waz fans. Storm fans.
Yeah. Especially if you lose again, Storm fans. And
they better not lose to the Broncos on the weekend. Hey, this one comes from Blicky Stewart. Blicky, hey boys, just want to shout out the South Australian Metro NRL men's comp after their grand final on Sunday where the Western District Warriors defeated the minor premiers MEC Black Swans 22-10. The game was played in great spirit, the crowd was electric, and I hope the sport can make a comeback. I only moved to Adelaide a couple of years ago, but there's a very passionate community here and I can't wait for the next Origin match at Adelaide Oval. Bring back the Rams. In the meantime, up the milk.
That's right. There's always that little one because the Adelaide Rams was there for a couple of years.
Yep.
And there's still that little, it's just not like a Perth where you can put you can't put an Adelaide team there because we've got Perth, right? Maybe in 5 to 10 if we can expand like that, but there's just not enough.
I wish we had a better comp because the weather was so bad in Perth.
There's not enough people in Adelaide
to compare the two cities.
Say that again.
From an Origin perspective, the weather was so bad in Perth that you were just sort of running to hide.
I fucking hated going to Perth.
Where Adelaide, we got to sort of walk the town a little bit. Yeah. I really liked the Adelaide Origin.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, you're right. The weather played a part, didn't it? Because we're chasing, you were sleeping on the field. We were hiding. You got us into the VIPs, which was mad. Otherwise, we would have been fucked. We would have been sitting on the outside in the rain. Yeah. So that definitely ruined our experience.
It did.
Sort of ruined the experience in a way.
Adelaide was all right, wasn't it, when we went there?
Yeah, I liked Adelaide. Yeah, Adelaide was good fun.
It's just I can't see any space for NRL team there. They're so dominant on AFL, and that's fucking it. Full stop. She's a different breed in Adelaide.
All right, let's get to the big story. There's not much happening, so this is sort of little big sort of story. And the Madge said he was absolutely flogged. So it's only Wednesday, but this is reported on Wednesday. But it's been a tumultuous week for the Broncos after incidents to both Reece Walsh and Gemma Shibasaki. Let's start off with Gemma Shibasaki, Mace. Thoughts on that?
What do you do? Just get on the piss and then turn up
on Monday, apparently. Allegedly turned up to training pissed on Monday.
I mean, if you're going to have a crack, got to be more like, I'm not condoning alcohol or anything like that, but if you're going to go out and get smashed and turn up at training, pull your fucking head in. Do not let anyone know. Like, you're talking to a fucking master here, all right? Don't let anyone know like that you're pissed or anything like that. Get in there, do your business, and get the fuck out of there ASAP. You know what I mean? Don't come in there like and carrying on. It ain't the 2000s. You get sent home, you get dropped. You know what I mean? You can't carry on like that. So if you're going to fucking do that, be a lot smarter. Come on, man. Like, you fucking 1 week out from the Sims. I don't give a shit. If you can handle drinking piss and playing, do it. I don't care. It's up to you. It's your career. If you can't do it, don't do it. If you can't get on the piss, you have active training, you get sent home, you get fucking dropped. That is such a stupid fucking thing. And I'm like, dude, if you can't handle it, don't drink.
And I've seen different opinions on this, and this is one of the ones I agree with. Madge would be really disappointed with this because he took a shot on SHIBASAKI, right? Like, SHIBASAKI is one of the better stories of the year. And there were in my opinion, there were more talented options at the Broncos this year, but SHIBASAKI worked his ass off by the sounds of it to get to the opportunity, to get the rewards from Billy, to get an Origin game. And he is 4 days out from the last game of the year with a real chance to win a competition. Madge said in the presser yesterday, it's not a rule, it's an expectation. Like, we just expect you. Like, it's not like we didn't write stuff down like you can't go at a certain point. But there's an expectation of what you got to be like in order to train.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And that's where he's let the team down. Yep. And I love it. I hate it for Gemmett because I really think in order for them to win the competition, as much as I thought there was more talented players at the start of the year, he's proven himself now. They can't win without him, in my opinion.
Just say, even if you did that when we were playing, you get sent home as well. You just didn't. You acted a certain way. You got in there. You just shut up, right? And just like fucking half the team would get sent home, right? If it's talking on a Monday and everyone went out on Sunday, you get in there and
but completely different culture.
Totally different culture. Yeah, totally different, right?
That's not acceptable anymore.
It's not acceptable. He could have got away with it if he's like pulled up and had a sleep or something like that. Got there, shut his mouth, got training, went home. Sleep, boom, no one knows. But obviously, they've smelled it on him. He's carried on a little bit, and it's like, because I think it strikes me as a quiet sort of human.
Obviously, we're assuming.
No,
we're assuming.
I'm assuming he's a quiet sort of human.
Yeah,
right? He's not loud. So maybe when he does, if he has a drink, change his whole personality. Might have been a little bit too loud. So something like that has sparked someone off for the coach and everything to go, oh, he's pissed, this dude. Send him home and drop him. That's the culture that they're setting. That's the standards that they've got there. And that's pretty much everywhere in the NRL. It is not a drinking culture anymore, right? But if you're going to do this dumb shit, you got to be able to handle it. Like, I
like it from Madge. I hope he's got the opportunity because, like I said, going back to it, like this will be a great wake-up call for him. I'd imagine that he's going through negotiations now.
I was going to bring that up.
With the Broncos, with other teams.
This is a learning curve. He's a young kid.
He is, mate. Yeah. He's a bit of a journeyman in the sense where he's played at a few teams, but he's still young in his NRL career. And this is a really important game against the Storm. Like, fuck, mate. It's like to make the call on this.
Timing. It's the timing.
Well, this is why you got to applaud Madge because there were what's the word? Rumblings or mumblings of that this was happening. This has been happening up there for a couple of years, and players been getting away with stuff. And I know it's not Reece Walsh, and I know it's not Payne Haas and Paddy Carrigan to make an example of. But this guy played for fucking Queensland. It's a huge call. It gives the opportunity for Jesse Arthurs, who's fucking hasn't been playing recently. He wants to be a part of this team in the finals. Dean Mariner was the player that I was talking about who I thought was more talented, Gemmett, at the start of the year. He surpassed him. Now Dean Mariner's going, Madge has shown.
Door's open.
If you fucking open up the door, like fucking he'll let you stay. You can kick it down. So a huge call and I applaud him for it.
The problem with Brisbane is it's still a fun place. You know what I mean? They're Brisbane Broncos. They fucking gods around there. The problem, it's still fun. You go to Brisbane now, you'll have a good time.
It's a great night.
In Sydney, it sucks. There's nothing to do. Players don't fucking go out because it just sucks.
It is true.
No one gives a fuck. The 2000s.
Nightlife struggling here.
It peaked in the 2000s. I was in my 20s. I don't give a shit about Sydney. You'll never see me out. I don't give a fuck, right? Brisbane, if you catch me up north, you might see me in the streets.
What's the fun part of Brizzy again?
Caxton, the Valley, Fortitude Valley.
The Valley's good fun.
It's still a problem, right? So if you were out there, your Gold Coast or anything up north, anything further north is all fun. Melbourne's fun. Sydney's just not.
Townsville's fun.
Townsville's fun. Everything's fun except for Sydney, which is good because I live here.
So, no, we don't need to
You took all the fun away from everyone.
I took all the fun away from the 2000s, and we can sit there, and I don't go out at all in Sydney because it's boring.
And you can't piss on the wall in Sydney,
Nah, can't do shit. I'll stay home. If you want to get me, I'm up at my brother's house.
Misdemeanor after misdemeanor.
I'm a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor. Speaking of misdemeanors, Walshy, thoughts?
I mean, I just...
Can I start?
Yeah,
I'll start on this one. I'll start on this one. You know how much I love Walshy. Like, with Walshy, right, he's going through this... you can tell a lot of the next generation, these younger players, they love all the streamers, influencers, all that sort of stuff. My thing with Walshy is, and this is like almost like a message to him, is all those people that he loves and watches that are entertaining, the I Show Speeds and Kai Sanats, and then there's even other like streamers and that are really popular or influencers. Like all those guys do stuff to get to be popular, right? To get eyeballs. He doesn't, like, he's talented enough on the football field where people are attracted to him even without doing this stuff. So if he can just like understand that, like, all those guys are screaming for attention to get the attention, the money and the popularity that he already has by just being talented. Like even us, for example, now, like using us as in a different way, doing what we do now. At one point, we were talented enough where we were able to play NRL to get money, to get eyeballs. Yeah. Now, the talent has diminished because we've got older. So our talent is getting eyeballs, is talking about a game. It's like a different form of trying to create. His best work is on the field, and if he can comprehend that and stay away from these are just little misdemeanors, like I said, silly things. He can win a comp. Like, he is that good. He just needs to get rid of all the like little shitty things, like these little misdemeanors.
He doesn't understand his influence. That's the problem, right? He's a father. He's a father, and he's a father. Yeah, and he's got responsibilities, right? Like as a man, and he needs to understand his influence with younger kids, the 12 onwards, young girls, young boys. They love Reece Walsh. He's the pin-up boy of the game. Don't be doing stupid shit like that, right? Because it's when you start making the news, it's not fucking good. As I always got told, like, he's making Channel 7 news, he's making Channel 9 news, he's all over the place for doing dumb, stupid shit and recording it. Go drink out of the toilet if you want to. Don't fucking record it and put it on socials. But this is the thing, that you are not a streamer. You are not one of these people, mate. Everyone loves you because of your talent as a rugby league player.
So do you understand my point?
I know your point. I fucking get it. They're influenced by these fucking idiots on YouTube. So
can I add to what Mason? I don't think he's influenced them, or he might be fans of them. I think there's too many people in his ears trying to leverage off his marketability, and that gets in your head a little bit more. Yeah, do you get what I mean? So it's like you've got all this opportunity. Use your platform. Yeah, you've got these eyeballs. He might be using it the wrong way by doing that.
And there can be a positive way that you can use it for sure.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. His influence, he can influence people and a whole generation in a way better way. Like, I don't care what he does as long as it's in a good light. Like, drinking out of a toilet is not fucking hygienic. It's not smart. It looks stupid. It's a blight on the game. They just hits everyone. Everyone from me to you to fucking an older player all gets hit with the same brush because Reece Walsh drinking out of the toilet. All your NRL players are fucking idiots. That's what they go, what are you doing? I get told, what do you guys do? Like, I get hit with that. What do you guys do as players? You just sit around and just fucking see how stupid. No, it's not all of us. It's a little minority. Like, and I'm like, he can use it so much. Just learning lessons for this young. People understand he's still a 23-year-old kid, but just don't do dumb shit like that. That is fucking pathetic.
The stuff that works really well that they're, like, the players are doing with the profiles is the vlogs in the right way. Yeah. Like, there is still
which he does as well.
He does it really good. And it's really entertaining, and I've watched him, and I love some of the golf stuff that he's doing as well. And I'm a fan of some of the games and stuff that Terrell. You just got to find whatever the balance is. He's just got to have someone who is like almost.
Who's filming that? Is he fucking filming himself?
Filming himself. But I think that was a TikTok, wasn't it?
Or that was a Snapchat story.
Snapchat story. But the thing is with it, like, and this is something that you learn, like, because we all make mistakes. Me and you have made mistakes, plenty, right?
Drinking out of the fucking toilet.
Yeah, but we've made mistakes in different ways, right? And then you realise and you do, and you're like, fuck, that was dumb. The best advice that you can give someone is just say if you're thinking about posting something or whatever, just sleep on it. And if you still feel like that you still think that's funny the next morning, then go ahead. If that's your prerogative, like, go ahead and post it. But I guarantee if maybe you chat to one of your close mates.
I guarantee 98% of the population will think that's stupid.
Yeah.
And 2% of your mates will think it's funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
But all it takes is that one. If you only ask one mate and he thinks it's hilarious, then fucking.
But I don't get it. Like, what is it? Was it like he's doing? Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't understand it. I'm like, I was just looked at. I went because someone sent it to me. I'm like. And I put it on Algo. I said, what is this? Is it supposed to be funny? Is it a meme going around? Is it like, is it a trend? I didn't know. Is it a trend?
Is it
I'm like, you drink it, like, is it something?
There's another layer to it as well I want to add.
Yeah,
he's not doubling down, but so the next day he goes on Instagram on his story.
The profile picture.
No. He takes a photo of the plumbing aisle in Bunnings
AI,
as his story.
Yeah.
And then he did the AI Reese Plumbing.
Yeah.
I think Reese Plumbing should have fucking got Like, you got to leverage off these moments, even though we don't want him creating these moments. Once it's there, you got to leverage off.
But I'm just saying, like, where he's
don't do it originally, but if it hits, then make sure you
fuck
leverage
that. No, don't leverage anything off of Reese. Just be better, right? He's our superstar in our game, and he just needs to be a lot better in what he does with his influence on younger kids, right? That's what he needs. People look at you as a great up and coming footballer. I'll start that again. People look at you as a fucking role model, like you've been around for you're old enough now, you're a father, you're not a fucking 18-year-old kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're that dude, you've arrived. You have arrived.
He's arrived.
Act accordingly.
He can win a comp.
He could fucking be the face of the game for 10 years.
Yeah.
But if you do dumb shit like this, they fucking won't. Like, he's the pin-up boy. He's our guy.
I feel like there's two storylines that are building towards premiers for me. And it's this, like, Ricky won, like Ricky winning a competition, but everyone against him. He's celebrating with his son Jerd, like him just being finally breaking through. And the other one is the Broncos roller coaster season with Madge, and everyone doubting Madge at the start of the Origin campaign. Remember, and then somehow finding and going on a run. Feel like the Broncos maybe have, and all this drama that they've had, like self-inflicted.
Yeah,
was. Paddy Carrigan and Reynolds the start of the year before.
That was before Vegas, remember?
It just was fucking wrestling. I get it, but just
the Canberra Raiders with their the bats as well in the lift.
Huddy Young.
And you can't discredit
just don't understand
I think the Panthers story still trumps both of them.
Yeah,
they just go, let's figure out the craziest way to win a premiership.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Every other way.
If the Panthers are able to pull that off, 100% is the biggest story.
Let's try and come last until round 7.
That'd be fucking unbelievable,
and then win a comp.
Fucking no.
I talked about how close the competition is with money. Here is our clip with money from Athlete. I want to let everyone know that after the episode started filming, I was playing golf yesterday. And it must have been like my lips got sunburn or whatever, or there's windburn. My lips were really red in the clip.
I could have just desaturated the clip and nobody else would have noticed.
That's right, leave it in.
Nah, I'll make them extra red.
Like I was right at the end of the clip. I'm chatting to Money, and I go, "Are my lips real red?" And then Money's like, "Yeah, do you have lip gloss on?"
Are you glossing?
Yeah. What did he say? You got something on? And I go, "Anyway, here's Money." And then we had a chat about it after. But he got a big clash against the Broncos first Storm.
Welcome back to another special episode brought to you by Athlete. We are pumped to be joined by our man, the Money Man. Firstly, Money, thanks for joining us again, brother.
Thanks for having me.
How quick does this wasn't a question, but how quick does your hair grow and the stash?
Mate, it's actually growing a lot longer the older I get. I literally had a trim out a couple of weeks ago. It's come back very quickly.
It's looking good. It's flowing. Remember, anyone... we announce 3 winners every week for an Athlete Recovery and Performance Pack. For your chance to win, Lukey will share the link in 50 words or less. Let us know who your favourite player or team was for the weekend. And congratulations to Dane J, Jack M, and Peter R, who were our winners from last week's episode with Fozzie. Speaking of Fozzie, Money, I know we have a bit of fun in the group chat, mate. You two play similar positions. He plays his very last NRL game on the weekend, mate. Tell us what one of your favourite qualities about our little mate up at the Gold Coast have been, and some really good rivalries at not just club footy, but also international level, going up, Australia versus New Zealand.
Yeah, look, Fozzie's had a great career. I think looking back on it, my dad was a massive Manly fan, and he loved Fozzie. My dad always used to talk about how tough he was, and you just see the way he first started his career and how he went into the line, how deep he went. Always took a shot for his teammates and played really deep in that line. And that's when you talk about Kieran Foran and how tough he is and how resilient he's been with his body. Played 300 games, and you just tell the pain and he's put into his body. And he's one of those two guys that you want to play with. And I kind of wanted to play like him coming through. Obviously, I didn't have the silky speed and footwork like Billy Slater. So obviously, I watched him from
I thought you were
afar.
going to say silky speed like him. I was like, he didn't
Nah,
have speed.
but he was tough and had that. He has that. And you can see now with that lob of the pass he has, and he's just really changed his game and really improved on it. Where he was a very good runner of the ball and always created space on the outside for his outside men. So, mate, he's been a class player, and so many people love him around the community in rugby league. And he's just a tip-top bloke. Like I only met him probably a couple of years ago, and I wish I got the opportunity to play alongside him. And I know you have Scopey Boy, and he's just a ripper of a guy. And I had a really good time with him at Chez's wedding. And mate, it's a sad time for rugby league because he was one of the good boys, one of the good guys.
Yeah, it is sad. It's an end of an era, right? Like with there are a number of guys. Like I'd even put Shawnee Johnson in his category, like him, Shawnee, Ches most likely has one more year. We'll see what happens at the end of the season. Because I wouldn't ask you this if he's still playing, but what's the one thing when you're going into a game with Foz, non-negotiables? We can't let him have that because he just did that so well.
I think it's just his ball playing and how fast he is at the back of shape. I think he was really good on a 4v4, ran really hard, created those spaces for those outside men. And I think that's something that just reminds me of him is just the way he showed and goed and come off that left foot. I think it's a signature thing. And mate, I just remember his head, whenever he tried to run really quick, his head went up like that and started to go really quick, That was a memory for me.
Yeah, he did. He 100%. That's one of his mannerisms for sure.
He had his head up like really high and like just started going like that.
Yeah, when he goes and takes off, like he kicks
his
and
head goes
like
up. He'll have a sore neck, I reckon.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, we'll have to catch up all together at the end of the season. We'll do something for sure for Athlete once the season's done. You've still got plenty of season to go. You had a huge milestone game for Belly on the weekend. Now, it didn't go to plan, but what's 600 games, mate? I think there's only 5 coaches to do it. There's frustrations from the result. But what about like the journey to 600? He's been your only coach at NRL level. What's been your favourite thing about being coached by Belly in maybe 25% of the games that he's coached in the NRL?
Yeah, that's a good question, Scope. I think for him, like he hasn't changed since he first come. He's always spoken about hard work. Obviously, he's got older in the tooth. But when he first come, he used to run and train with the players. Like he used to show them like hard work, and he always has that saying on the wall at the club is talent gets you here, but hard work keeps you here. And that's always really try to instill in all the players that have come here is you got to work hard to get lucky. And that's been such his mantra since he started. And I don't think he's gone away and wavered away from that. He's still one of the hardest workers as a coach, doing video. Still can't obviously stay calm. He's always antsy and always very passionate about rugby league. And I don't know what he'll do other than rugby league. So I don't think he'll retire anytime soon. But just for me, just to be able to see his journey. Obviously, he's molded into a different human being. I don't think he's angry and gets so worked up as much. I know you see him in the coach's box, very animated and blowing up, but that's just him being passionate and wanting to be perfect. And I know we're never going to be perfect, but for us as a group, just him wanting to be the best at everything he can, it just shows the players or the younger boys coming through that you have to do what you have to do to be successful. And I think that's why he's been such a great coach. And yeah, it was frustrating on the weekend. We got to remember we had 6 to 7 blokes out. 40 minutes of footy doesn't change our principles, but they just worked us out in effort areas, getting the legs, running harder, wanting it more than us as a group, and it's pretty disappointing. But in saying that, like it was a big night for Bellyache, and to have 40 points put on you in the second half, and we obviously talk about defences. This attitude wasn't great, and it's a bit similar this week with the Bronx. Like both teams are very hungry to make top 4 and to make the finals. So they've got a lot of stakes, so we need to make sure we don't do anything stupid this week to give ourselves more confidence going into the next week against the Dogs.
Yeah, has that been the chat, mate? Like, because for all of us just watching it, it feels like this competition, you've only got to be a percentage off. You've only got to be 1% off, and you can go and lose moments of momentum throughout the games, and it can really cost you. I'm like, even though I've got you and Canberra as the two best teams, I still think 5 or 6 teams can win it. Is that the feeling amongst you as players, and specifically at Melbourne? Like, this isn't similar to years past where you and Penrith have been dominant. Everyone's coming for you at the moment.
Yeah, that's what you love about rugby league, is this is so competitive. I think the last couple of years, Penrith and ourselves and maybe the Broncos, like the last 2 years, have probably been the most dominant team that you think, okay, they're going to be in the final. Where
Yeah,
you got like some team like the Raiders playing some outstanding footy, very confident. They know their game. They don't waver away from it. And I think this is like the Bulldogs as well. They know their game plan, and it just takes a
yeah.
couple of moments, like we spoke about. Like Billy Smith, like fumbled that ball the other night against us, and he got his foot to it and created a repeat set. Like those little
And then you
things.
never got it back.
Never got it back. If he knocked that
Yeah,
on, it could have been a different story, where
yeah,
we were in the game for those last 8 minutes. Like, we're only down 22-12 or 22-10. There's
yeah.
still 12 points left with 8 minutes to go. And they put, another 24 points on us. So it's like, it's just those momentum swings that you have to try and change. And if you don't do those big moments or those little things in those games, then it costs you. And it takes every team. Any team's good enough at the moment to make you pay. And you can't do that. You just got to make sure you win those moments. And if you don't win those little moments, then your season's done.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm going. Like, sometimes you try to watch the games and get a read. It's very interesting to see that you guys are feeling the same as well as players. Because anyone I speak to says the same thing. Lukey sent me a video. You wearing Marion Seve's goggles to training the other day. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what they're like? Like, what are they, and how long were you just wearing them to G up to take him out to training, or did you actually wear them for an extended time during training?
Yeah, so he's got about 6 to 7 pairs of goggles, just because he's just trying to find the right fit. And he had a spare pair, so I just wore them as a bit of a joke. But it was just more just to see what he's gone through, like
Yeah,
resilient wise. Like, he's still struggling to see out of that eye, and he has to have like little prescription things on the inside, like when you're wearing glasses. So he's
yeah.
actually got prescripted things on the inside of those goggles. And if they start fogging up, or it's sweaty, or it's humid, or it's raining, mate, you can't see out of them. Like, he's doing his absolute very best to be able to see. And I put them on the other day when I was pissing down rain a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, mate, how can you see out of these? Like, I was catching the ball on my chest, where you obviously want to try and catch in your hands and be able to ball play. Mate, I couldn't see the ball until it was 2 foot in front of me. So I
Yeah,
don't know,
wow.
mate. This shows how mentally tough he is, and he still wants to play the game of rugby league. But, mate, we talk about him all the time on how resilient he is. Like, he could have lost his eyesight. He's got a beautiful family with kids, and he's still willing to put his body on the line because he loves the game so much that he just wants to provide for his family. And he almost lost his eye. Like, we're so shocked on how hard he is mentally, and we're very lucky to have him in our club.
It's funny, like something like that where you can start up. All right, I'll wear it out there for a G up, and
Yeah.
then you realise, like, holy shit, this is what he's been dealing with, and you found appreciation for him, and like you defend next to him, so now you know, like, I've got to be on my game even more. I've got to communicate. I've got to make sure that I'm talking to him. Speaking of communication, speaking of getting prepared. You're about to take off and get involved in an NFL draft tonight. The NFL
Mm.
starts on Friday. What pick are you picking at, and who's your target?
Yeah, so we're pick 6. I'm pretty sure it's a full PPR, so we need 2 running backs, a lot of flexes, and a lot of wide receivers. And I think for me, being pick 6, if we get the opportunity, we're going to take CeeDee Lamb at the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's WR1. I think he's going to be special. And with them losing Michael Parsons defensively,
Yeah,
I think Dak Prescott's going to be out in the field a lot more. And I think he's going to give a bit more. Obviously, he's got Pickens there as well, but he's Arsenal's Lamb. And I just think they're going to do so much more damage this year with no Parsons. They're going to have to attack more.
I like it. Yeah, I agree. I think with they're going to be out on the field. I think they're going to need to score 30 points to probably win
Mm.
most games every week. So not a bad pick. Is this your big Super League that you do? Is that you, Pappy, Husey, against all the other All Star leagues that you do? Is it American Aces? Is that the lads?
Yeah, Oz American Aces, Tommy Sheridan,
Awesome.
and
Yeah.
Boyd Corder's in it, Angus Crichton, Nathan Cleary, a lot of ex-AFL players and current AFL players as well. So I'll have to get you in there, Scobie, because I know how smart you are when it comes to NFL fantasy. I got you in the dynasty, mate. So, I'll have to try and make another team up, and me and you can go together and we can team up.
All right. Well, I'd love to be a part of it. I know me and Boydie have communicated a lot over years, whether we've trained together. He's a sharp mind, so watch out for Boydie Cordner. Hopefully you're not picking before or after him, because I guarantee he'll stake you on a couple of good picks.
No, I think he's pick 11 or 12, so...
Okay, beauty.
He's still going to get probably Drake London or someone decent, or even Puka or even Lad McConkey. I think Lad's going to go again great this year, so I think he's going to get a decent blue chip wide receiver, but I would love to take either Gibbs or McCaffrey. I just think McCaffrey might be a chance this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from Barkley, I think, because of the Madden curse with the cover. So little cover out there. There's obviously a curse out there.
I don't think you're going to be able to get Saquon at 6 anyway. I think Saquon will be gone, so you won't have to worry about that.
Oh, well, the mock draft told me differently, but anyway.
Oh, okay. We'll listen to the mock draft, mate. All the best, mate. All the best. All the best for a huge game on the weekend and a big final series coming up. Love speaking to you, brother.
Thanks, Kobe boy. Thanks for having me, mate. I really appreciate it.
So make sure on Thursday the 18th of September, the great Gordon Tallis, Joey Johns, and myself will be at Eaton Hills up near Queensland, Rob Kaminsky Group.
Oh,
good
nice.
Man. So I'll be doing sort of like / MCing, just sort of getting two of the greats, because I'm fortunate enough to play against them and with them.
Yep. So you're just hosting and asking them stories.
I'll be hosting, MC. I think it'd be a bit like a podcast. I'm going to run it, right?
Okay.
Just more of a question. Let it flow. It won't be like a Q&A, like it's going through their whole fucking life and shit.
Like a round table.
I just think we'll just sit around like that and just get the best out of it. So get your tickets. I'll put something up, or Luke will put something up where you get your tickets from in the bio.
It's already in the bio.
It's in our bio, so get on that. It'll be a great chat. Eaton Hills, Thursday, 18th of September.
Beautiful.
Get there.
All right, let's get into the games for round 27, the Broncos versus Storm. This is huge, mate. So, as we talked about before, Jesse Arthurs has been recalled on the wing. Dean Mariner pushes to the centres. Gemat Shibasaki has been rested. Brendan Piakura has also been promoted to the starting back row position. Jaden Hunt was really good for him last week, actually. Yep. He goes back to the bench. As for the Storm, they get Jerome Hughes back from the shoulder injury. Plus the players that were rested last week in Xavier Coates, Ali Katoa, Nick Meaney and Josh King. You've also got Tui Kamakamitha returning from concussion, while Jack Health is listed amongst the reserves. Stefano Uto-Ikamano is being rested. Sean Bloor has suffered a fractured larynx. And Itivalu Lasati comes into the starting side in the back row. Also, you've got Big Nelson, Big Nasty. He is in the starting front row. So, as I was saying on Monday, I think, hopefully Big Nasty can sort of win that spot back.
No, he will. They need Big Nas in the 17 to fucking have a good crack.
It's been trimmed down. Everything's looking pretty good.
It's a good game, man.
1-17 for both teams with Hoyter, Baker, Seve and Pezzett. So, I'm not expecting many changes from either teams.
Tab have Broncos at $2.30, Melbourne Storm $1.62, and the line is 3.5.
Broncos all day.
All day?
I think so. They're resting some key players. I know Jerome Hughes is coming back with Katoa and stuff like that. But I think the Broncos will send a big fucking hard, stern message out.
So Hughesy back is huge, but still no Harry.
Yeah, he's been their best player, man.
No Stefano, no Bloor from their best possible 13.
3 starters.
3 starters.
So
But
up there as well, up there.
Still no Selwyn Cobbo, still no Ezra, still no Reynolds. So 3-3 split. Shibasaki, 4.
They're looking good, the Bronx. They've just been playing really well. Like, they look fucking dynamic. They look fit. They look strong.
I'm with you on the Broncos. Yeah. I'm just not as confident as all day. Like, I just think, you know what I mean by that?
When they're paying over $2, that's a good bet.
Okay. All right, now I understand.
Yeah,
okay, I thought you meant.
I'm not saying they're going to flog them.
You like the price?
Yeah, I like the price. I just think the Broncos can get them.
Yep.
Up there, Suncorp Stadium, fucking tonight, 40,000. You know, easy.
Has to be.
You sort of want to go, okay, Storm, we're here to play. You think you guys the shit, right?
What about how wrong we were with the resting? So I was telling Belly to rest. You thought Penrith were going to rest.
That's just us thinking what we would do.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I would rest more.
So what do you reckon the mindset? What do you reckon they are playing? Do they is
the
Storm at Penrith, like all the main teams, apart from Canberra, who got the first play, like even Bulldogs and Sharks, a full deck of cards for a really important game for them.
I think it's a trust in your team.
Yeah. Explain match fitness. Like, does that come?
They've got it. Like, they'll be sweet.
Played
They're
20
stars.
2
weeks.
Played
The way they prep now?
Origin games. It's like you just got to get through training. I just think they don't want to. You don't want to skip a beat. Because everything coming off a bye, right, is different. Right, when you earn the break, when you win that first semi, it's a different mindset. When you come off with just resting players,
I got one for you.
When you come off resting players, it's just like, why are you resting? You just want to keep playing. If you can play, best abilities, availability, you play.
Last week on radio, we had Sydney Swans player Tom Papley come in. And he talked about last year in the grand final when they lost to the Brisbane Lions. So they come first or second.
Yeah.
So they have the week off before the finals.
Which is now.
Then they played week 1 of finals. They won that game, got a week off, then had a prelim, and then went into the grand final. Brisbane played every single final and had momentum and smoked them on grand final day. So he was like, we were talking about the pros and cons of having a rest. He didn't like the fact that they had 2 games off in a 5-week period going into a grand final.
The week off now is
That's interesting, right?
Yeah, it is. So the week off now that they're having, everybody has a week off. I don't mind that in some because everyone's pretty even, but like it's momentum and it's a thing. And it's just keep on rolling. Like if you can rest players in between, just say a couple of weeks ago, you would do it. You do it when you can do it and it doesn't affect the momentum, right? So where Penrith are pretty smart, what they do, they know. I trust the system out of Penrith. I trust the Storm.
Yes.
I don't trust if everybody else in the top 8. This is up to you coaching and knowing your players, whether they can get the job done. Do they need a rest? Do they not? That's up to coaching and knowing your crew, right? Ciro knowing his players, Sticky knowing his players. Everyone else, I don't trust anything but the Storm and the Penrith system because of the coaching, and it's been tried and tested.
Okay, we're both on the Broncos.
Yep.
Seagulls versus Warriors. That's on Friday, 6 p.m. at 4 Pines Park. The loss of Tolucola sees Clayton Falolo going into the starting side. Young gun Joey Walsh will play his first NRL game. He is in the number 14 jersey on the bench. T. Sips will play his last game. Oh, no, he failed to get it downgraded, so he's out. 4-game ban.
What? What did he do?
T. Sips, one of the great humans, T. Sipley from...
twice he's been a pretty fair suspension. Was it a hip drop he got done in the start mid-year?
I think he might have something similar. Yeah. Anyway, the Warriors just one change. So Sam Healy comes in for Wade Egan, who's missing with a hip injury. So maybe that's the reason Wade Egan's stats were all the way down, right? Like he was carrying a hip injury. So they will be sitting in Manly on Thursday night watching the Broncos game to see if they have an opportunity to go back into the top 4, Mace. How would that, like, what do you reckon that would be like from...
If you're the Warriors, if the Broncos win, if the Bronx win, then they solidify 4th.
Yep.
And if you're the Warriors, you're like...
Does Webby watch that game?
Do you immediately... I make some changes.
So here's what Webby will have the opportunity to do. No, he won't. He won't because it's 6 a.m. He won't. So he'll have to name his 19 at 6 p.m., and the game's at 8 p.m. So he's not going to have the opportunity to see how the results go. Where?
It's a Thursday. No, it's Thursday. And then...
Friday. So you have to announce your top 19 20 hours before.
Oh, yeah?
So that would be 6 p.m. on Thursday night. Tonight, he will have to name who his 19 is. The Broncos and Storm play at 8 p.m. So he's not going to be able to watch the game and then name his 19.
Oh, no.
So it's a full deck of cards.
So you name your 19, but then an hour before kickoff, you confirm your lineup.
Down to the final 2.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how it works.
20 hours.
So that 22 that
I get it. I didn't know that.
24 hours before, yeah.
Random tangent. You know, the only reason for the team this Tuesday is Big League magazine. That's when they could print it on Wednesday mornings. Yeah. That's literally the only reason. 4 p.m. Tuesday.
I like it.
Still,
it gives you some sort of information, like the way we're going. I guess with the world of betting, super coaches, fantasy, and all that. It's like the same. Like people just want to know information. Will teams still maneuver to try to keep things as secret as possible? Yeah, of course, right? Like if you've got a young kid, like you brought up the example with Jethro and Ari, like. Maybe there might be a late change there. So
I thought that
even though you name
Warriors
it 22,
would have gone, okay, I can name 22 and I can fuck around with it an hour before the game. No. It's 19.
19.
He ain't got, What? Who could he possibly rest? Just say he knows the Broncos are one in his head, like he can make a, like who do you rest? You don't.
But here's what you're saying before. You don't trust the Warriors, do you, mate?
Nah.
So they've got to earn it this week.
Yeah, I don't think he does not care. Yeah. He's like, we're just rolling to see how far we can get.
Yeah.
Everyone's doubting us. We're still fucking top 8, top 4. Who cares?
Well, Manly are $1.50 with tab. Warriors are $2.60. The line is 5.5.
Disrespectful. Is that about right, you think? Hoss?
Say those odds again. I was just seeing if he was going to come on the bench for a sip. Sorry, mate.
$1.50 for Manly, $2.60 for the Warriors.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, right.
Ches's last game.
What would
Everyone's
you think?
off the Warriors. I mean, they're just off the Warriors.
Do you think it should be more of a coin flip?
Well, I'm just thinking the Warriors are a top 8 team. Sea Eagles are not.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's the last game for Ches at 4 Pines. Look what they did for his 350 last week. But no Kohler. Kohler's been their form player. But Turbo has been the king, and it's DCE's show, and I think they can get it done.
Yeah. If you put their last fortnight together against each other,
pretty good.
It sort of matches what the odds are.
Eagles.
But hey, I'm not. I think we're going to see a super desperate Warriors team. I think like people were anticipating because it's Chez's last. Yeah, whatever. Like cool. That's like as much as I love me mate. You try to rip in for every game regardless.
Be more worried about the fullback for the Eagles, who's in 2021.
Turbo's
form.
in good nick.
He could single-handedly beat you guys. Both edges are in danger for the Warriors. Like this, whoever the 3-man is for both sides.
Yep.
You are under the pump big time.
All right, let's get to my multi for this game. And, of course, for Daly Cherry Evans, last game as a Manly Seagull, we had to chuck him in. Omen! I'm also going to be going to Lehigh Hopewadi. Tommy has been on fire. His preferred side is to go to the left, which is Lehigh's side. I know Tolly Collar isn't there anymore, but Lehigh Hopewadi goes right as well. So let's go Lehigh Hopewadi. And people thought I was dismissing Leka Halasima as Rookie of the Year on Monday. I was just trying to strengthen the case of Jose Yongi. Warriors fans carry on as per. I love Leka.
You also said during that clip about 10 times.
Did we not say Leka was just like, mate.
I know.
Get out of your feelings.
They just get.
Sorry.
All they see is one thing.
They just like defeat me, some Warriors fans. All those people that.
He's a try-scoring phenom off the bench. Even if he comes off the bench, he's still capable of going for 2. I just need 1. So let's go Lehigh Hopewadi, Toko. Leka Halasima, Toko. Daly Cherry Evans.
Anglo.
That's my multi for this week.
That's good.
All right, let's move on to the next game. This will be another doozy. Roosters versus Rabbitohs. The Book of Feuds, Friday, 8 p.m. at Allianz Stadium. So Sammy Walker returns from concussion. That pushes Sandon Smith to the reserves. That is the only change from the team that beat the Storm in round 26. A huge boost for the Bunnies. Cam Murray is back. He's named for his first match of the season. They also welcome back Jack Whiten, but Latrell Mitchell has been unable to overcome a back injury. So Whiten goes into the centres. Tallis Duncan reverts to the back row. Jacob Host moves to the bench. And Cody Walker, Brandon Smith, and Cam Murray are all on the Monday.
He must be fit. Cam Murray, like Wayne would not risk him or his health for the, his longevity or anything like that. If you got a coach there who cares about a human, it's Wayne Bennett. So he must have passed everything, every single test to be capable of playing at an NRL level.
And I've said this all along. Vicky Locke, who is their physiotherapist, was mine at the Parramatta Eels. She's by far my favourite physio, and she would not put him in a position. No way.
He's done well to come back. And he had some complications as well with it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So I was thinking once he had the complications, I was like definitely done. And I was thinking maybe if the Rabbits had a chance to get top 8, just missing a Cam Murray might get you there. Maybe you'd use that, but obviously his love for the Aussie jersey is getting him back.
No, he's withdrawn from the Aussie. Yeah.
He's just love for the Rabbits.
His hate for the Roosters.
His love for the Rabbits. He's not doing it for the Aussie jersey. It's just like, this is just a fucking human who just loves rugby league.
That could be it.
That's just a man right there. Like I 100% thought he wants to get on that tour. He just wants to play the Roosters and represent the Rabbits.
Another example, which I think you'll agree with. Remember Tommy Flegler on the couch when we're at the Red Bull at Magic Round? As if Cam Murray's not feeling exactly like that.
You just want to play.
Fair.
You just
good
want
shout.
And it's
really
like you've worked so hard and you're like, fuck, can I play? Who's it against? Yeah, Roosters, fucking Allianz, it'll be packed. Get one game.
See, that's a great point that Lukey brought up. When we had the chat with Tom Flegler and Mace, you know it, we've lived it, right? We've been there. If you feel like you can play, like you're fit enough to play, you want to play, right? Like we can look at it going, we're trying to think of like his best case scenario, make sure that we get, like we're worried about
re-injuring
and all these sorts of things. If you're fit and you're ready to go and you feel like you can play, you play.
Yeah.
Like I would have played.
Yeah, you play.
No one could have told me if I felt like I was fit, I would have played. So even though I look at it as a fan of his and I like Cameron Murray, the person, the player, and I want to see him next year so that I do have my doubts and I worry. If you feel like you're good to go, you're good to go.
No one knows who can play better than Cam Murray other than Cam Murray. And
one more person, Wayne Bennett.
No, I said at the start, Wayne cares about his players more than anyone. He would never risk Cam Murray for a fucking game like this that means not that much. I know it does for the supporters and it's the hatred, book of feuds, everything. I get it. But like if he goes to Cam Murray says to Wayne would have had a chat and they go, no, I'm not ready to go. Okay, sweet. I'm ready to go, coach. You're playing. You're starting. I don't give a fuck. You know, what do you want to do? Do you want to start? You want to come off the bench? Like, that's what Wayne would have had a chat with him about.
Especially it being at Allianz, this is their ground. Like they're trying to play into that narrative as well. Have I done the odds for this one yet?
If you haven't, go
again. $1.29.
I don't know.
$1.29 for the Roosters at tab. $3.60 for South. 12.5 is the line.
I can smell an upset, but I'm not. I have faith in the Roosters to try and just solidify that 8 spot.
Cody Walker, contract extension, 1 more year.
Yeah, sure.
Go Cody Walker.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Mate, he's the best ball player. I was just having a conversation with I can talk to a fucking brick wall. Someone down the other day just about
I'm convinced it was a brick wall.
It was a brick wall, yeah.
Brick wall called Justin Horo.
Yeah, called Justin Horo. There was a fucking a bloke. We're just talking about Cody Walker. I was down at the Elite Wellness, just having a sauna, and that bloke comes out. And
South Sydney territory.
Yeah, South Sydney territory. I'm always around there. I'm always walking around Maroubra Junction. He just comes out, and I can just feel that he just wanted to have a chat. I'm sitting there behind the desk, and he just says, "How you going?" Hey, Willie, how you going? Older bloke, and he coached Southeast. I think Johnny Sutton coaches there and there. He goes, "How are you, mate?" He's got his Rabbitohs hat on. I'm like, sort of, no, and he goes, "Yeah." No, I think he's coming back. I think we started talking about Cam Murray. I think he's coming back. I went, who's that? He goes, Cam Murray. I said, fucking bang, here we go. Talk about that, and then we talk about Cody Walker, and we're like, I said, I think he's the greatest ball player of all time. Like, I think he's Cliffy 2.0.
Yeah.
But Cliffy was playing with 90s defense with a brain in the 2000s.
But still ahead of his time.
No, wait, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With a brain of 2025, Cliffy was playing fucking chess, not checkers back then.
Yeah.
Cody Walker in defenses right now, how great they are from inside pressure. They're putting it all on him. They know he's got a lead. They know he's got a guy at the back. He's got the center and that. And he picks teams apart. Prime Cody Walker just ran into a prime MUNSTER and some other players as well that like really took a couple of tests away from him and everything. But like he's ball playing, not game like line breaks and everything like that, like a MUNSTER.
I got some for you.
Simple fucking ball playing, line break assist, line breaks, fucking all that sort of stuff, try assist. I don't think there's anyone better than him.
You know what he's the best at? You'll agree with this. He is the best at making the decision at the very last moment. So, like, sometimes when people see, like, a really nice play, I would argue maybe 50% of it's predetermined from video. You might have a look. You might see someone that is exposes himself early. No matter what, the one who's coming through, the one I think could match him, not yet, but he's got the potential to match him, Isaiah Katoa. Yeah. Pulling the trigger, having video, having an idea of a plan, but then the plan changing and you changing what your option was at the last minute. Now, there are players, so for example, and I don't mean to downplay him in any way, I reckon Nathan does that much detail and video into plays that
he's up there too.
He's good at it. Yeah. He's good at it, but he's not Cody Walker's level. And I think Isaiah Katoa's got a good mix of both, where Nath will watch so much video that he pretty much knows what the guy's going to do. And it's like predetermined most of the time. Yeah. Not to say that he can't do it, but most of the time. Foz was the same. Like me and Foz, it was getting to certain points. Fozzie was always going a certain option. He even said that.
He said that on a potty, but then he had to change the game.
Had to change
it because there was so much inside pressure because it's all predicated now on getting. If you're the right four on a Cody, well, you've got to make him play early.
Yep.
And they just have a knack of just changing it up again and pulling the trigger. So we had a good conversation about Cody Walker for about probably 10 minutes, just about how great a ball player he is. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about the fucking, he's not a ball runner. I'm talking strict ball player. And he's a great ball runner as well.
Yeah, he's okay.
But
that's his best trait.
yeah, but I don't compare him to Money and stuff like Money's a ball runner.
His best trait is his ball
he's
playing.
best playing. And I'm like, he's
solid running game.
He's on another level.
He's got a solid running game.
Yeah.
Elite at ball playing.
He's just scared to pull the trigger now because his calves will go. You know what I mean? When you get a little bit older, Father Time's undefeated, so his ball playing has probably become better in the last sort of 4 years.
I wonder if Wayne uses him in that Benji hybrid role next year.
I think he's still got another year left to prove him.
But that's what Benji did in the last year.
Yeah, and Benji had, that was 300 games in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What would Cody be on? 200?
Cody be on 200. Cody's a late bloomer. He didn't debut till he was 26.
Well, I think it's less about the runs on the board and what you've done, and more so what can be the most effective role you have for the team. And Cody has been.
Who plays six?
They can start with what's his name? Humphries.
Little fella.
Humphries.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, Ward. So next year they've got some options because they've got Ward. They re-signed Bud Sullivan. They've got Cody Walker, Jamie Humphries. You can start Jamie Humphries and then move him into the back row and give Cam Murray a spell. Maybe move Cam Murray out to an edge.
If you want to just take him out of the initial, the start of the game with, the way Cody plays, it's he's dips and dabs, he checks defenses out. He doesn't play like Benji, right?
Coming off the bench, though, at
I don't
30
know,
minutes when everyone's fatigued.
I think you'll have a conversation with Wayne about it because of the age, because of how Wayne wants to play him.
Yeah.
And if he thinks he can play, if he's capable of playing 80-minute football week in, week out for 27 games plus semi-finals and all that kind of stuff, can you do that, Cody, with your body?
Yep.
And I think he looks fit as hell.
I seen him the other day.
He looks good.
Super fit.
So I think he's really relying on his body. He's starting to tap into that sort of fucking thing and go, okay, my best ability is availability. I can't be on the sidelines for calf injuries and everything like that where he can help. And I wouldn't be out of this discussion next year if he's 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah, super sub.
Yeah, and it just comes on and just tears teams apart. That'll be a good problem to have if you're the Rabbits.
Roosters to win.
Yeah, just. I'm not going to be surprised. We're sitting here next week going Rabbits won
for this game.
What do you reckon, Oz?
I am. Yeah, I'm on the Roosters. Yeah, I'm on the.
They have to. They've got the top. They win this. They're eighth.
Ooh, nice. So this is a good sign early on. Grant Atkins has got the big game. Broncos versus Storm. That's the best game of the weekend. That's a good sign for Atkins going into the finals.
As in who might get
Klein's
grand
got
final.
us.
Yep.
Klein's got our game. Pretty sure.
So who's
Have a look. Am I right?
the G-Man has South versus Rabbitohs, which I know in terms of finals aspirations, but this is the biggest game actually.
Roosters Rabbits.
In terms of the ladder, this is still the biggest game that'll get the most eyeballs. So G and Atkins.
So you reckon Klein might be on the D?
Klein's got our game. Klein's got Sharks and Bulldogs.
What's that?
I don't know why I fucking looked at that, but am I right?
I reckon that's the next biggest game. And Adam G's the video referee too.
Where is Adam actually then? What game's he got?
Our game. The Bulldogs game, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
Does that mean that
They're the three biggest games. Who's playing last?
Does that mean that he's he's not going to get the grand final?
No, not necessarily. No, okay. I think they're still their favourite with all the data that they got. But it's not. I mean, it's not negative. It's not a bad thing that G and Atkins are getting the two best games leading into finals. It's not a bad thing for them. Maybe they're closer than they ever have been.
Yep.
Where are we? Let's go back.
Dragons.
Who are we on? Dragons and Panthers?
Quick one. Who are the touchies?
Who's the touchies? Who's your man?
Shout out to my man Dave Munro. He was that touchy that I was speaking to on the.
Who's the one that we put on the group? Your boy.
No, he's had enough shout outs.
No, you're all right. Just coming in to check your shoelaces are undone.
Oh yeah. All right. Where are we? Well, let's
Dragons,
Tangent time.
Panthers. Yeah.
Dragons versus Panthers, Saturday 3 p.m. Wynn Stadium. So Flano's gone with the same 17. Michael Muller has been listed amongst the reserves. So he eyes back rower Hamish Stewart and Moses Sully will turn. No, they're out. So for the Panthers, Ivan Cleary brings back the majority of his stars. The only two rested, and I love this, Brian Toto and Liam Martin.
Yes, well
they look
done.
like they were carrying stuff, so it does make sense. But Ivan's not stuffing around. He had a plan. And unfortunately, he's going to take it out on the pool. Yeah, Joey's back.
Joey's back.
Unfortunately, he's going to take it on the
I reckon
Dragons.
that'd be his decision.
He must be good.
Yoey's
This is a great.
Yoey's on playing.
Considering that he is resting Brian Toto and Liam Martin, and Yoey is playing, Yoey must be cherry ripe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he would
It's a
have
great
asked
sign.
Yoey. He goes, "You want to play?" Yeah.
Lukey, odds.
Odds for this one, we've got
Just looking at all the touchies names, I can see.
I was looking at the odds.
Screenshot and
Actually.
touchies.
St George Illawarra, all the way at $4.20. Penrith Panthers $1.23. The line with tab is 14.5.
About right.
Be hard down there, Wynn Stadium. Last game for Dragons. They'll be going all out, but Panthers are too classy. Who's going to start on the right edge for Panthers?
You're looking at that edge.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, who's protecting our boy?
I'd assume it's going to be Scotty Sorensen because Luke Garner has won that left edge spot. In saying that, the one that's moved around the most and is probably more versatile would probably be Garner. So that's going to be hard to pick in terms of centres.
Yep.
It's definitely going to be Isaac Tungle in right centre. Maybe have a look at Isaac and Casey McLean's on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Jenkins is on the left, so Paul Alamoti will join Tungle on the right.
I saw Milky Jenkins at the Penrith game with the Bulldogs, and I said, Milky Jenkins. And he come over and shook me hand. I just wanted to say hello to him. I was sitting there because they start walking in. I said, and he come walking past. I said, Milky Jenkins. And he comes over and just goes, what's up? I said,
how good's that?
Yeah, I just like.
It's one of those ones.
I just want to say his name. I said, I said, I'd be stupid if I didn't say Milky. I said, it was like that. Milky Jenkins.
And then he goes, hey man, he goes, I've got nothing for you.
Nothing for you. Slap jump. Well done. Well done on a year.
First time you've ever dapped up a winger.
Yeah. We love him, mate. Big fan. I love the fucking journey. I love where he's at.
Yeah.
Deserves it.
Love it.
Other than that,
That's the best.
Yeah, it was how I said it, Milky Jenkins.
Side tangent, Monday's show for the people that have been kicked out. What's the plan are we going to do for the bottom 8 wrap?
We'll save that for the end of the year.
Okay.
We've still got plenty of good
Look
stuff.
forward to that, listeners.
Yeah. We'll do that because we've got a bit of a break before the Pack Champs and Ashes start as well.
That's true.
So there's a little bit of window where
2
we can do
weeks.
some stuff.
That's about it, mate.
All right, so the Titans versus West Tigers. The Titans
what a
versus West
game.
Tigers, 5:30 p.m. at Seabar Super Stadium. So Carter Gordon and Cooper Bai will both make their NRL debuts in Desi's final game. Carter Gordon comes into the centres for Jojo Fafita. He's got a bad hammy. Keanu Kinney also comes into the team at fullback with Brimo moving to the centres, Phil Sammy on the wing, Jalen de Groot and Tony Francis drop out. As for the Tigers, now I've been hearing big things about this kid. So Jarrell Skelton's out with that concussion from the hit on Ethan Strange. 18-year-old debutant Hiamasi Makasini will make his debut. He is
Is he centre?
he's a prodigy. Yeah, he's a winger. He played both rugby union and league coming through, and there are big raps on this kid.
Yeah,
mate.
I've seen him play. He played against our SG ball team.
Yep.
Or Harold Match last year.
Thoughts?
Everyone knew that he was the guy. So
Okay.
we just attacked him.
Gotcha.
Like 3 in all the time. So it didn't really give him a chance to do anything.
Yeah,
so
that's
if
fair.
you're a centre and stuff like that and you're that, because you can tell skill set is fucking there. Like
Yeah.
you play him in a better team where there's bigger, obviously now in first grade,
What's his body shape like?
just perfect for your outside back.
Yeah,
but
okay.
we just said wherever he is, you stack 3 on him. At that level, if he gets
Wow.
one-on-ones, he's going to destroy you.
Gotcha.
So we sort of, we had a good game.
Head
plan.
on a plate?
Yeah, and head on a plate, and then you just take him out of the game. Because he's left side centre as well. And but you can tell he's class.
Yep.
He's class. So
Awesome.
it was only, I didn't think he would make it a
18
meteoric
years old.
rise, but like Cooper Bai, Marcus Bai's.
Yeah, Marcus Bai.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
cool.
so good.
And Carter Gordon come to our golf day last year too. Great human.
Legend.
Gun plays off scratch. He's an absolute weapon.
Yeah.
And I had a good chat to him. We picked him up in the morning, all the boys from the hotel on the way there. So I'm really rooting for him too. Hopefully he can pull off a
I didn't know
Mark
Marcus Bai
Nwanga
played for-
Nituasi transition.
Yeah, I
Carter
didn't know
Gordon.
Marcus Bai played for Gold Coast.
Marcus Bai did?
Yeah.
When?
Before he went to the Storm.
Did he?
Yeah, because he was speaking to Sats and the Rat on
SCN.
on SCN.
Oh,
and he
who,
goes,
Marcus or Cooper?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Marcus was talking about his boy. He
Yeah.
goes, you know, when we're at the Gold Coast, when I come over and he was speaking broken English.
Still got mad broken English?
Yeah, proper.
Yeah.
But he was like, when we're at the Gold Coast, and then he went down to the
Fuck,
Storm.
I
18
didn't know
games
that.
for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers.
18 for the Chargers?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they disappeared for a couple of years, and that's when he would have went down to Melbourne.
Was it fucking him and Sonny that had that massive hit?
Yeah, in Leeds.
Who
Sonny Bill hit him, and when he played for Leeds in the World Club Challenge.
into the sideline?
Yeah, one of the biggest hits I've ever seen.
That's
Sonny
up
was
there.
fucking
Have you
19.
seen that here?
Yeah.
you
That
remember it?
was when Marcus Byer was unhittable. I remember when I played against Marcus when we were young, when he was at that level where you could not hit him.
OG Brian Toto.
Fuck yeah. It was just like whenever he come in and straightened up, like you would hit granite.
Yeah.
And that's what Marcus Byer is. He's a fucking god over in Papua New Guinea,
Yeah.
what he's done for those guys. And
Yeah.
he put New Guinea on the map. Him and
Stanley
Adrian Lamb,
Yep.
Stanley Genne, all the guys that really flew the flag for him in the 90s. But it's
Chico
great to see.
Sigiaro.
Yeah, Sigiaro.
Yeah,
But Cooper Byer, what a story. Want to see how
Quick
it
one.
goes.
Why didn't they go with the Chargers back when they came in the comp? Why did they pivot to a Titan?
So in 97, they wanted to amalgamate with the Hunter Mariners and Gold Coast. So I was part of the Mariners, and they wanted to take us up and join with the thing in 98. They went there by themselves, and then they got rid of a heap of teams after 98 because they just couldn't sustain. They didn't have enough players. They got the
just a
wooden
rebrand,
spoon,
full rebrand
rebrand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They've been trying their asses off for ages. Then they come back in the comp 2007.
It was like some of that historical, like,
Wally Lewis.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what the Gold Coast Titans sometimes are missing, don't you? You know, and they feel a bit
Yeah,
lost in
yes.
their identity.
Yeah, because Seagulls.
missing that
the Gold
history.
Coast Seagulls. That's what they were originally called,
Yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah.
They should
Yeah,
have
they
went-
They were
that was one of their
Seagulls,
nicknames.
No, they were Seagulls, then they were Chargers, now they're Titans.
Yeah.
And Giants as well, apparently.
Giants, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was part of that little. Would have been one of 5 juniors to take up there. Plus, they would have had Brett Kamorley. They would have had Scotty Hill. So they fucked it pretty much. Gold Coast. They would have been because they would have had a few pretty good juniors coming up through the ranks, and they would have had about 10 like starters from the Hunter Mariners.
Well, they're $2 with Tab for this weekend. $1.80 with West Tigers, and 1.5 is the line.
Fuck, I'll probably KO Mini this game. West Tigers. Fuck.
All right.
It's going to be a hard watch. It'd be the 5:30 on a Saturday.
I disagree. I reckon this is going to
This
be
will be
really
a good game,
entertaining.
but it's just like, what does it mean? Is this anything that
Do you know why you're going to be watching, Mace?
I'll be watching because I love the
Do you know
show.
why? Do you know why? Because I got my same game multi, and our little mate is playing his last game ever. You got to watch for the FOS.
Yeah, I will.
It's the last
I
ever
will watch.
game.
I will watch. I'll watch every minute, every game. I'll watch it, but it'll be fucking tough watch.
But you want to.
But I want it. I have to. Otherwise, you get called out. I remember a couple of years ago, they know when you've watched the mini. They know. Yeah, Mace watched the mini. I saw a comment. I went, "Oh fuck, I'll never watch mini again."
So, my multi for this week, Fozzie's last game. We're on him. Omen.
Yep.
Fozzie. What about last week? I was going to go a multi for this week. Foz into Ches, and they both scored last week and ruined it. That would have been. Now it's going to be very rare
do
that they. Well, it's very unlikely that they both score again.
Who knows?
If they do, maybe we'll go it. But anyway, let's get to my multi for this game. Same game multi. Foz, last game ever NRL. He scores. I've been talking about the Tigers' left edge. They are on fire. It looks as though they're about to re-sign Taylor May for 3 years. He scores. And then his little mate on the wing, Sinea Taruva. He also scores. That's my multi for this game. Foreign, Taylor May, Sinea Taruva. All right, let's get on to the Bulldogs versus Sharks. That is Saturday, 7:35 p.m. at a core stadium. So Karaz is out with that ankle injury. Inari Tuala gets the nod on the wing. Viliami Kickout is also back on deck, so Curran reverts to the bench. Saluka Fafita drops out. As for the Sharks, Jesse Raymond returns after 2 games out. So Mawini Hiroti makes way. Braden Trindle has been named, but we'll see how that goes an hour before kickoff. Oregon Kafusi is also listed amongst the reserves as he looks to return from a calf injury. Daniel Atkinson's on the bench.
Yeah, I wouldn't be risking Trindle. I think he's out. It's a good game, this one.
$1.58 for the Bulldogs. $2.
Actually, Atkinson's 18th man, so that can still be a late change. Sorry, mate.
$1.58 for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
$2.40 for Cronulla. Tab have set the line at 5.5.
What do you reckon, Hoz? Yeah, I'm just I don't know.
Interesting game.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. It's always fucking very hard game.
So, even though I have my reservations about these two teams and what they can do in the finals, I think they are capable of the winner of this game making some noise in the way of beating a team that I think can win the premiership. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't think either of these two teams can win the competition this year. That is my in order. Like I'd probably have them maybe 5, 6, 7. I don't know exactly on the order, but
Could get a prelim in.
Could definitely get a prelim
right,
and beat a team. And for the Bulldogs, I think they could even make a grand, because they're third position, right? So they're in a really good, like they're capable of making a grand final. Do I think they can win the grand final? No. Do I think the Sharks can make a grand final? Fuck yes, I do. But I don't think they can go all the way. I don't think these two teams can win 4 games in a row. I think they can knock out a really good team though.
I agree. I think, and both these guys, their semi start now.
Yep. And I'm on the Bulldogs.
This is the game.
That's my
pick.
pick.
Dogs are like, they're not resting anyone. The Sharks aren't resting anyone. They're like, we're going fucking straight in these semi-finals. Don't give a fuck. Just as hard as you can, front load everything until it's done.
Yep.
See how far we can get. You know, Kraz is a big loss for us. He's been outstanding. He's been one of our best. I don't think he will. I'm not sure about the MRIs and everything like that, but I don't think we'll see him for the rest of the year, unless it's like
at best case prelim,
it's like
grand
maybe
final?
Push it for the prelim or a grand final. That'll be 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending. But you know, Sharks will be good. Jesse Ramien's back, so he'll be up against him and Critter.
Ramien goes
Is he on
against
the other
Sherry.
side?
KO Hero goes against Critter.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's fucking good matchup. They cancel each other out in so many ways in the backs. It'll be one in the middle.
Yep.
And I just think Brayley's been on. I'm going Bulldogs all the way, but I know where they're coming.
You're worried about Adam Fanua-Blake, aren't you?
Fanua-Blake's been playing pretty good football.
Yeah.
And that's up to Max King and Sam Hughes to stop him.
Okay.
Because everyone else in that forward pack, I'm not worried about. You know? Like I worry about Fanua-Blake and the fucking and I think I know what Ciro's like and how he coaches. And we've been pretty successful against the Sharks in the last couple of outings. Fucking go after him.
I agree with you. Respectfully to the rest of the pack, you've got to do a job on Adam, because if you don't do a job on Adam and then Hazelton and Talakai and Hamlin Wally come off the bench and they're on the front foot, you're in trouble.
Yes, big time.
Yeah.
And I think there'll be so much inside pressure on Fanua-Blake, so much pressure from market A and B. So he'll have to get a little bit wider from the ruck. And he don't like getting the ball that wide. He loves dinking and dubbing around the fucking A's and B's and everything like that. He's got a skill set that he's and still, I'm not saying he doesn't like getting the ball a bit wide, but he can.
He
fucking can if he wants to.
Yeah, but he'll prefer on the front foot.
He'd prefer
rolling.
you getting skinning like the A and B. So last time he had Salmon on skates. Remember, your tackle tech needs to be on point with that guy.
You do,
and you don't. I don't want him throwing our middles away, right? Because as a fucking middle, you're just like, it's not a good look. We can't control this guy. I think that's why they got us last time, because Fanua-Blake was a problem in the middle.
Yep.
And that Hamlin Llewellyn's the same body type.
Yeah.
Hazelton's a big man. Talakai. It's a fucking issue. There's an issue on the bench there. But I think we can out bulldog them.
Fuck, it's going to be a good game.
Good game,
Good games on the
fucking
weekend.
good game.
All right, let's get to the Dolphins versus Raiders, Sunday 2 p.m. at KO Stadium. So, Herbie Farnworth is closing in on a return from an injury, from the hamstring injury. So he's been named in the extended squad. I can't.
Shad, don't play.
Jeez, that'd be crazy if he got back. In saying that, I think Herbie will be watching Friday night. If the Roosters lose, Herbie plays. If the Roosters win, Herbie doesn't play. Do you think that's as simple as that?
Oh no. I mean,
if the Roosters lose, the Dolphins.
I know. I just like, if he's sort of in the 22, he must be in the last 2 weeks pushing some fucking proper meterage and output. You know how they test those hamstrings, and you got so many things to pass. Like, that was a proper hammy. It was probably grade 2. So
that was only 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Like, you're talking 3 to 8 weeks with that.
And he wants to make a campaign against the Ashes.
So
he doesn't need to do that either.
He'd be one of the first pick for that.
Ashes team.
But
but you don't want to imagine he disrupts it.
Oh yeah, good point. Sorry.
they will.
So that's why I wouldn't play. That I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm telling you right now. And there's no way we'll be able to know this 100%. But if the Roosters win, he doesn't play on Sunday.
Yes,
And if the Roosters lose, I guarantee he plays.
Yeah.
Not guaranteed, but I think
No. And it's not like you're using scare tactics. Oh, fuck, Herbie Farnworth's playing. We shit ourselves if you're the Raiders. You know what I mean?
Well, here's with the Raiders. They're resting heaps of players, mate. So KO Weeks, Jed Stewart, Ethan Strange, Jamal Fogarty, Joe Tarpanay, Tom Starling, Simi Sasangi, Josh Papali'i, Zach Hoskin, and Hudson Young. They're all out. The new look green machine will feature Chevy Stewart, Adam Cook, and Ethan Sanders. They've also got Matty Nicholson returning, so that's a big tick for him.
He'll be pushing.
Winger Michael Asamoah and bench players Mania Waitere and Joe Roddy will make their NRL debuts.
Right
and
on,
the side will be captained by the Bra.
The Brazza, good on you. It's been good. Yeah. Oh, it concerns me if Farnworth, if Herbie plays. You know, like he could really. I mean, if he wants to play in this Ashes series, that'll be at least 6 weeks for him to recover from the
first game is
from
October
the injury.
22.
You know what I mean? Like that's a he can get back for that. You know, do you risk it for this game to get in the 8?
If he's good.
If he is good,
if he can play finals,
if he can play, like he knows better than any of us, and their coaching staff and their S&Cs and all that sort of shit, they know better. Fuck, you wouldn't be putting him in if he's like even 70, 80%. Because his whole game is predicated on what? Speed, line breaks, fucking powering through the line. Like, you can't do that with a hamstring.
Carrying players.
And you can't replicate that at training. All right, run through these guys, step through us. I'm going to grab onto your fucking right leg, and then you drive through. You can't replicate it until you get on the fucking field. And then your first run could be bang, grade 3, 12 weeks, whole preseason put back. There's a lot of risk, but that's why I'm not an S&C. Or anything to do with that.
Dolphins should win this with all the players out for the Raiders.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, but not like
fuck it. They'll be having to crack the Raiders.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Ooh, nah.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Well, Dolphins $1.28, Canberra $3.70 with tab. The line is 12.5.
I'm having 12.5. Dolphins aren't going to blow them out.
No,
Dolphins aren't going to blow the Raiders.
Maybe by the back end of the games, but when it's just,
I might even have a piece in the head for the Raiders. Tricky game for the Dolphins.
I think it's like all the other rookie teams that come in and made their mark. This is their turn.
Yeah, fucking oath. The Eels versus Knights.
I was just saying, but it only lasts for like a little bit, right? Like it'll get you probably 50 or 60 minutes of fucking just, I mean, first grade. And then quality, like Katoa could just pick you apart by himself because he's at another whole level. And they've got some really good back rows, some really good centers who can finish off. The fucking fullback can carve you up and score 3 or 4 really quick. You know, like they'll be good, the Raiders, but they've got some quality players, the Dolphins, and they can put on points better than anyone. So that's what I'd be worried about.
For sure. Eels versus Knights, Sunday 4 p.m. at CommBank Stadium. Just the one change. Newcastle-bound Dylan Brown has been called into the starting side. He will take the place of Jordan Semrani, who drops to reserves. Brown's last game in the number 6 was in round 19. I love this by Jason Riles. You know what? And hopefully, I'll actually read the Knights out. So in the final game, Adam O'Brien sticking with the same 17 that took down the Sharks. Want to give a lot of credit to, I don't know, like without knowing the full details of this, Jason Riles, in my mind, I think this is a reward for the way that Dylan Brown has handled himself. And it might, like, there'll still be Parramatta fans thinking that's weird because they've got a plan for the future. But has Dylan Brown been their best option to get wins at 6 over the last 10 weeks? Yes. Has Jason Riles decided to go a different path to make sure that they're ready to start 2026 humming? Yes, also. So for Dylan Brown, I'd imagine he must have really just carried himself like a true professional.
Good on him.
And I feel like he's been rewarded for that. I don't know 100%. Joe Ash is playing New South Wales Cup. Joe Ash has looked really good in the last couple of weeks. Looks like he's got a real future there to at least kick the season off in the 6 jersey in place of Dylan Brown. But I'm pumped to see Dylan Brown in the 6 jersey to have his last game at Para. Lukey, you'd be the same.
Yeah, he's always been my favourite player.
Yeah.
As an Eel, he's been that young, skinny Kiwi kid that came over and just... Remember his first season, how tiny he was?
He's played when he was 18, 17, 18. He debuted.
When did he come? Oh, okay. So
I would say 17 or 18. So not almost 8, nearly 10 years, man.
Yeah.
Like,
be a sad day for him as well.
Yeah, it would be.
You can't take emotions out of this. Like,
sorry, 2019, I got a bit ahead of myself, but still, he's had like
6 years, mate. That's enough. They got him over as a young kid, so you come through the system, you debuted at the club, so it means a hell of a lot more than when he finishes his tenure at the Knights or something like that. You know, so debuted there, played like one of the best players in the game there, established himself there. So well done on your career at Parrot, and then the whole new journey begins for him now. It's good, but that's great from Rolsey to he's rewarded him. If he did carry on like a bit of a diva, he wouldn't even have played.
He's not like that.
No, he's not. No, he's obviously not like that. He's a great human, right,
Yeah.
Dylan Brown, and he's been rewarded for that because like if he did carry on like some players could, they wouldn't be in the 17. They wouldn't be in the 22. Rolsey would just be like, fucking done. Go play Reggie. See you later.
Fair.
I don't
That's
even
what
think
it
he
is.
played any Reggies. He just was the 19th man.
Yeah, he just
literally just.
Jason Rolls said in a presser after a game, he's either going to be in the team or not playing at all. That's the way we're approaching the last. That would have been around 19, around somewhere like that. And actually, it wasn't in a presser. It was in a, like those pre-game scrums.
Yeah, media scrums.
Because he's back, and because it's ironic that it's against the Newcastle Knights. Omen, Dylan Brown scores, and this is Parramatta have had the most jam on Parramatta this year. And remember when I had jam on Parramatta, it was against the Knights with the Momax bet. So Dylan Brown scores, Mitchell Moses scores, and Zach Lomax scores. Parramatta sweep the Knights. It's been a tough season for the Knights. They can't wait for next year. They can't wait for the preseason. And I just feel like the Parramatta Eels are trending up going into 2026. And they have been the team that I've had the most joy on this year. So let's just keep that energy going to finish the season.
And they're also $1.23 to win, Parramatta. $4.20 for the Knights. The line is 13.5.
Who's going to get the spoon? Well, how's this work out?
If the Titans lose, they get it on Saturday night.
What if the Titans win?
Then Newcastle have to beat the Eels to avoid it.
So if Titans win, Newcastle lose, Knights get the spoon.
Correct.
Fuck.
I'm loving the coaching sort of
That
merry-go-round.
sucks. If you,
Joey getting Checker on.
Hey, they did Check.
yeah.
I know. Check would be good to have in your club somewhere. I think he's a smart human.
Yeah,
he
I'll
loves
watch
rugby
that.
league. He understands it. Like he'd be good in your administration, in your coaching. Like he said something about the coach. The way to be a great coach is have other coaches around you to make you a
build a
super coach.
super coach.
A super coach. And I'm like, I understand that.
Super team.
Super
I think
team,
you meant
super
super
coach.
team.
Yeah,
No,
but,
but it's like
you're making that. But the other,
having brain.
you're building the coach.
Oversee
You- you-
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I got
that's
it,
what,
yeah.
That's what Wayne does. Wayne's been doing that for years.
Yeah.
He's
But
the super
Wayne's
coach,
Wayne. But Wayne's Wayne.
Yeah, but he's always had that. He's
Yeah.
had like people around him that are fucking, especially when the world went all tech and videos and shit.
Yeah.
Wayne was still the dude, but like this. you know,
Checker has aura. I'll give him that.
No, Checker's got mad aura, and I'm not downplaying Michael Checker because I think he would be good. Like when I've heard his name tossed up, I don't hate the idea of it. But Wayne has an aura and has won and has all these runs on the board that he can sit back and delegate and have fucking a mad team underneath him.
you gotta get it.
Like people talk about like teams and always refer back to Wayne. It's like you ain't Wayne though.
But I'm loving
Wayne's
that.
a one
You've
of
got to
one.
be him.
Yeah,
He's fucking.
you've got to
that
won
dude.
what Wayne's won.
Yeah,
and have the runs on the board.
and you've got to be.
Then
Wayne.
you can delegate
you've
and
got
have
to
all
be,
that
like,
power.
if you have a conversation with Wayne, you'll understand.
Yeah.
You'll be like, that guy's a fucking different human.
Alpha.
Alpha fucking just this skinny little winger from out in the bush.
My point is, I'm enjoying the media games that are going on around this, specifically the Newcastle
Well,
position.
you know what I hate, and what's me and Lukey were talking about this too, because like I'm good mates with Greeny, went to school with him, and the parts that I hate about these processes are, in order to say talk up another candidate, you know, if just say parts of the media, and this happens all the time, whether it's coaching, players, whatever, there's agendas. In order to talk up your candidate, whether it's a Holbrook, whether it's like a Willie Peters, whether it's a Michael Checker, you have to talk the other guy down. Now, the Knights have gone through a tough season. Everyone keeps hammering Greeny now because of the attack, right? Like, at the end of the day, he's the assistant coach, right? So do you have full – Mace, you know what it's like. You don't have full control of what happens with the final decisions. You can set a plan for the coach, right? But then also on the flip side, you look back to it a couple of years ago, Kalen Ponga won Dally M Medal Winner of the Year. He was the attack coach then.
Yeah.
So do you give Greeny any credit for that? No, you don't, right? So now during this period, he shouldn't be getting as much blame as he's getting right now as well, right? So that's the part of, like, if you have a guy, talk up your guy. That's my thing. Like, you don't have to diminish someone.
Yeah.
Like I could poke holes if I wanted to, going home poke holes in, you know, all the other candidates in order to strengthen Greeny's case. But that's like, it's the shit part of like what the media is. Just talk your guy up.
Yeah.
Don't go like hammering.
Talk your guy and then hammer this guy.
Yeah. Just talk
Petty.
your guy up.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I hate about the process. But it is
But it's
what
fun to not fun, but it's just like if you start watching media through the lens of that, regardless of everything,
But sometimes the reason I like to explain is because we all know, and Mason knows it better than anyone. But like we've got a platform now where we can just like fans. This is what happens.
Yeah.
So I try to tell people as much as possible.
Exactly. That people have a very weird memory, right? Because as you said 2 years ago, where he won the Dally M. He was the attacking coach. They looked lethal every edge they went to.
Kalen was on fire.
Who was in charge of that?
They were going to Greg Marzu. So Greg Marzu scored 20. Dom Young scored 20. Like this year's been shit. Mace, like as much as we've gone over it, we talked about the half situation. I don't want to just like hammer them why they're down and out, right? Because they are down and out right now. But like anyone can watch that game, and I was watching the game on the weekend, and there's just like their star players are out. There's no creativity. I honestly Craig Bellamy's not doing anything with that team.
No.
Right now.
No one's doing anything.
Now. So the way they are at the end of the year.
They just want to end this fucking
what's the locker
game.
room like this week at the Knights?
It's tough.
It's
tough.
You just got to get through.
Yeah.
Like you're looking and going, if the Titans win, oh my God, this is all in. Yeah. This is, and I'll probably think the Knights will fucking near win it. They nearly get the Eels if the Titans win, because that's how desperate. These are desperate times. You do not want the spoon. It'll ruin your fucking whole I don't do Mad Mondays, but end of the year, all that sort of shit. It's just, that'll be be a hard pill to swallow if you're the Knights, because you have been the worst team in the comp, like for the last probably 6 weeks, but not the whole year, right? I don't know.
You're just chasing. No one says it out loud, but you just can't wait for the season to be over.
Just want to get the fuck away and just get away from everyone. Then you got to come in and do all your reviews and shit. Like it's a process at the end of the year, so you don't get fucking nothing off. Like during next week, you'll be coming in doing all the reviews and everything with all your assistant coaches.
Who are you reviewing it with? That's my question.
Yeah, the assistant coaches. Adam O'Brien.
No, you're right. That's a good question. Because of this unique situation, they probably won't have anyone in place right now.
Yeah.
And they'll have to do a review later in a couple of weeks with the incoming coach.
Which will be worse because you're like, I just want to get over this whole year.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, you're already forgotten about it, because usually they do it the week after when they come in and, all right, boom, 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 go through this,
and the Knights
and
have
that.
A couple of players off contract that there's been no one re-signed, no news of where like someone's going.
Who's that?
Like a Hastings, for example.
Yeah.
Like he's off contract. You don't know if it's a Super League. You don't know if he's going to get picked up by another club.
Yeah, that's true. Like guys like that are sitting around to find out if the new coach comes in that might want to keep them.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. Anyway. Yeah, especially with the review. I forgot, because you don't. Adam O'Brien's going like that. Greeny's like that. Am I going to be here next year? No one's there. I'm not doing anything. Yeah. And then the players are like, I need to get reviewed because I want to go on fucking holidays with my family. And that could be 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Peter Parr,
what happens when
he do a review?
No, but what happens when?
So what? Reviews.
I'd love to get this thing answered. Like, why? Like, what happens? Like, do we just scrap reviews? You got the spoon. You're all fucked. Just let's start.
You come in and get a hiding.
Don't even worry about the review.
So
there'd be a position there in me if I'm like that. If I get a new coach in, just say Checker or someone else. Like, do you want to review this? Yeah, maybe some players. Like the core, the leadership group, and everything like that. You're just trying to build it from the start again.
Who do you reckon gets it? Holbrook, Green, and Dean Young. Apparently, the final
Is that
three.
it?
Apparently, like they're going to go.
Holbrook.
Yeah. He deserves. He'd be a good shout, wouldn't he?
He's in a busy part of the season to be interviewing and stuff like that too.
Nah, well, see, he's got enough runs on the board where, like, you can have
day off. You're going straight to Newcastle.
Yeah, it's not like you're going for multiple interviews. You only go for one. So with that, Greeny would be front runner because of that reason, because he's in the building and he would have been a part of the decisions. But in saying that, like, you look at the boxes, you know what's helped Justin Holbrook's case is how badly Desi has failed at the Titans.
Yeah, and
that's a big pro.
He was making some,
because like he made finals, even though it was only one game, and they were a lot closer. Desi going up there and struggling has helped Justin Holbrook as a coach for his next job.
Because they looked all right, because they only just got beat by the Roosters in that last one as well. I was like, okay, they didn't give him enough time, Holbrook.
And Dean Young's the other one. I always Dean Young's more of an assistant, That's my... I don't... Like, without... Again, I don't want to sort of go back and be a hypocrite.
We just don't know with Dean Young.
Yeah, like, for everyone that I sort of talk to about Dean Young is that he's like he's the assistant coach. Like, he's a really good... Who know, like a lot of them start that way, right? So maybe he's got that. He's been at the Cowboys under Toddy Payton. I think he's back with Flano now. St. George.
Definitely, if you're assistant, you're putting all these hours in. You definitely want to be an NRL coach because you're putting the exact same hours in. You're there every day. You're riding the wave, the emotional wave with these players day in, day out. So it's like the next step is like the evolution of yourself as a coach. It's fucking head coach. So I think he's been in the wings like Wolsey and that for ages. And you do your apprenticeship, and I think he's done his apprenticeship where he's ready to fucking. He's just waiting for the right team and the right spot. Is this the right team, the right spot? I think it is.
Do you know him well, Dean Young?
Not well, but I know him well enough. I think I've heard fucking great things about him.
Yeah. So I've never heard anything
Wayne
bad.
Bennett speaks fucking very highly of him.
There you go. That's a big tip.
But I think, and as a coach and as a human as well. So I think he'd be a good head coach.
You know, it's a big tip
Justin
for
Holbrook is. I think he's. Fuck, I wouldn't hate him up there.
But you know, it's a big tick the way the Roosters have played this year for Holbrook.
Yeah.
Like if you look at just say Greeny is with the Knights, so associated with that for better or worse. Dean Young's with the Dragons, so he'll be associated with their form, better or worse, whatever. That's Justin Holbrook. No one really gave the Roosters a chance at the start of the year. Their attacks looked really good this year. It
looks good.
So they've that's even though there was a bit of a struggle last year, they started to get together. So that could work.
Justin Holbrook want to just see that little tenure out and try and win something there as with Robbo because they've known each other for a while there.
But he's already won with Robbo before as a assistant.
He did, didn't he?
He was there,
okay.
He doesn't.
I forgot about that. He's already ticked that.
He's won trophies with St
Helens.
Helens.
Sorry, no. He's ticked that. He wants to be head coach as a NRL.
And last one too, Sandon Smith connection. So if Sandon Smith ends up going there, he's worked with him. That's another big tip.
Holbrook has played for Newcastle. Pretty sure
he has. He was his
He
was. They were saying this the other day. So he was Joey's understudy in reserve grade.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a connection to Newcastle, and I knew that because he was Titsy was at the Dogs when I was there in '98. I think he maybe would have been at Newcastle 96, 95 ish. Like I just.
He was saying he's more Newcastle than you.
Fucking oh, come
on.
I love him. And I just, because I've known, and people probably don't even know him as Titsy, but I always, because I knew him as
I say Titsy, I don't even know him because you say it so
much. And I'd hope to God that everybody else still says that, or is it just our school? Like young kids would know that Justin Holbrook's nickname's Titsy for not a good reason.
Let's go. See you on Monday.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website